This is the Buzz Adams Morning Show podcast. Barstool Talk Daily. Except it's really early in the morning and no booze. For the most part.
Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a town square media station.
It is a beautiful Monday.
I hate Mondays.
How bad?
How bad?
That follow Monday home, blockade the door, and burn the house down with Monday still inside.
Okay, I guess that's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Can't somebody say, hey, let's be positive?
Let's try to be positive.
And here's a thought.
You're still alive.
And you're still alive.
Every day above ground is a good day.
What about coal miners?
God, you're a douche.
Let's start the show.
Get ready.
All right, here we go, everybody.
Here we go.
Now.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show is back.
Here we go.
On 95.5 KLAQ.
The Consumer Electronics Show ended on Friday, and here's a partial roundup of some of the weirdest gadgets and coolest gadgets and some of the things that people were talking about. LG's new see-through TV. I'm trying to imagine what that is because it kind of defeats the purpose of having a TV set. What's a see-through TV? That's called a window, I thought.
Yeah, well, it is. Yeah. You're not wrong.
Who would want a see-through TV?
You're actually describing what it looks like. It looks like a plane of glass, clear glass, that inside the glass is where the image appears.
Okay. And is that a good picture or a superior picture?
It's more of like, what is this floating image doing?
All right, so there's a see-through TV. There's a new voice-activated bidet that connects to Alexa, and Alexa will wash your butt if needed.
Alexa, please clean the Royal Hiney.
Stronger!
Samsung has a creepy robot helper that follows you around and watches you sleep.
Do you want to look at these things?
As I'm reading them, I'm like,
up,
well,
man.
what does this look like? All right, so
That looks like one
that
of
looks
the droids.
like a toaster oven from the 70s.
Or a droid. That's one of the that's a Star Wars droid.
That's
BB-8.
It's the Ballybot. Let's see. The original Bally, which was unveiled in 2020, was criticized as being creepy and, quote, inherently sinister by critics. The new Bally from Samsung is pitched as a friendly assistant that follows you around the home at your request. It can greet you by using its lights and cameras to shine messages onto the floor or wall.
What?
Right. A new mirror that can tell you if you're stressed out or even sick. So the idea of this thing is you look in the mirror.
And it has sensors somehow that
you have to say, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
Who's the sickest of them all?
It's going to be like, damn, girl, put some makeup on.
Yeah.
Ooh!
That is not your color.
Girl, change that shade.
Bird watching binoculars that identify the birds for you. That sounds pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, that's
You're just like, hey, yo, what kind of bird is that?
pigeon. Everything says pigeon.
I imagine this is kind of like the Terminator's digital readout, like whatever he's looking at, and all this information comes up about it.
I mean, honestly, that's the one thing keeping me from bird watching.
So that's a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah.
The only thing that keeps me from bird watching
Is not knowing the names of the birds. What the hell is that?
Also,
the main thing is not caring about any bird is a bird.
No, we've been for walks.
Unless it's like a red bird or a blue bird, it's like, oh, that's kind of cool.
We've been through walks, and there's been like a hawk or a falcon that's been circling. We're like, oh, look at that, falcon.
Do you know what the most common bird in El Paso's got to be?
Pigeon.
They look like a pigeon. They're actually doves.
Yeah, I used to shoot them.
You did?
I did. I told you this. I was a hunter.
A regular Nimrod, huh?
I know you're talking about the old story, but
No, Nimrod, it means, is a reference to a great hunter.
it's a biblical thing, right?
Yeah, right. But in the Bugs Bunny cartoons, there's Bugs Bunny calls Elmer Fudd Nimrod. And that was the first that a lot of people had heard this word. But in the Bible, Nimrod was a mighty hunter. So he was making fun of Elmer Fudd's hunting prowess when he called him a Nimrod.
Thank you for explaining it.
Wow.
A $3,500 AI-powered toaster for steak.
Okay, that's not what it is. I know what that one is. Can you click on it? Okay, it's a super smart oven microwave. So it's both microwave and oven, and it's supposed to make meat or whatever you're cooking perfect. Cook it perfectly in
called
minutes.
the AI Perfecta Grill. Promises sizzling meat in 2 minutes. Reaches temperatures of over 1,000 degrees and cooks thick steaks and chops in minutes. Well, guess what? I can cook a thick steak or chop in 2 minutes too, because I like them friggin' bloody. You just get that grill super hot. Like let the grill go for an hour, so it's like at peak hotness. Toss it on there, flip it over.
Not everybody
after 1
has
minute.
unlimited gas. You know, I got into that habit when I lived with Buzz. Was you just leave the grill on to heat it up? But
Okay.
that's
Just go out
because
there
he
and throw
has
some stuff
he
on.
has gas going directly into the grill. Like he doesn't have to replace the gas to the grill at all.
Oh.
It just
Oh,
it's
really?
it's just there all the time.
And you would just leave it on?
He would just leave it on.
No, accidentally sometimes.
Sometimes I would come back to Joanna. It was on for a whole day one time.
That's
Buzz
true.
Adams.
But anyways, so then I moved back. I moved out, and I don't have that. I just have like the grill, the canister.
Look at
I
that.
was still in the habit of leaving it on all the time.
Where the hell is this
You
cold?
load your meat up vertically and then insert
Whoa,
that component
weird.
into the oven, and for $3,500,
It looks like when beekeepers take out like a little column or something, but it's meat.
a $3,000. We're going over a list of some of the interesting items from consumer electronics this year. A $3,000 smart stroller that pushes itself around and rocks your baby to sleep.
Okay, so I just found this out recently from a friend with kids. We were talking.
I think in 10 years, when people have a baby, they're just going to hand it over to their AI assistant for 10 years.
To Bibu. My friend was telling me how expensive strollers were. I was like, oh, that's a nice stroller. And I was like, where'd you get it? This and this. And they were telling me, I was like, $800, $900.
Hot damn.
That's a pretty expensive stroller, I think.
I know. And I was like, what? Like, you couldn't get a shopping cart and refit it or something?
Add some pillows.
Yeah. Just mod it out.
The Consumer Electronics Show also featured pots that make plants move when you touch them
Yeah, man.
and beg for water when they need it.
Water, help me, help me.
Vertical record player. I've been seeing these for a decade or more. Like a vertical record player that the record is
Vertical, yeah.
right. You can picture what that is, I guess. An AI toothbrush. Tell me if you would invest in one of these, or if somebody gave it to you for free, would you use it? An AI toothbrush that tells you if you're brushing wrong.
Yes,
You would use one of those?
yes.
A pillow that moves your head around to stop you from snoring.
Yes.
That's cool.
Also, I'd be afraid it would smother me. It's like turning on
machines take over.
turning on our creator.
All right, here's another one from the Consumer Electronics Show this year. A device called WeHead. That sounds promising.
I've been a wee head for years, man.
It gives ChatGPT a face.
Does it need a face?
Yeah, right. You know what my AI's been missing? Faces.
Facial expressions.
Gen Z is also going nuts for a $140 iPhone case that has a physical keyboard. And people are saying, imagine like Blackberries at the height of Blackberry popularity.
I've seen this case. It looks just like the BlackBerry keyboard.
Shut up.
It
Joanna,
makes your phone very, very long.
It adds about 2 inches to the bottom of your phone.
How is having a physical keyboard on it?
That's so stupid.
How is that an advantage?
I don't know.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's terrible.
Some people might like it.
Look, I still have my own old phone from 2008. I will sell it to somebody.
Well, this one's $139 just for the case.
Which phone from 2008?
I can't remember what it's called, but it has a keyboard that looks like that.
Okay, but it wasn't like all on the screen. Like an iPhone.
Not like an iPhone, no.
All right.
But if you want the thrill of the clickety-clacks,
Joanna can help you out.
you.
All right, let's see. I think there's a couple more items from the Consumer Electronics Show. So far, I haven't heard anything that I think I'm just going to rush right out and buy.
There was nothing to lose weight this year?
Yeah, here's one. Workout pants that deliver electric shocks while you exercise.
Perfect, yeah.
Now, is that to correct you if you're doing something? What's the purpose of the electric shocks?
I would assume the same as a cattle prod.
Get moving,
To get your ass moving.
They compare it to those gadgets that are supposed to give you a six-pack by shocking your abs while you sit on the couch and eat potato chips. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen those things?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way something like that's going to work. Right?
I mean, not the way you would want it to, no. You probably would still have to exercise.
For these electrified clothes to work, you do have to work out. So it's not like you just sit around and get the benefit of a workout. The brand is called WeStem.
Yeah, we do.
And the shocks are apparently so light that you don't even really feel them. They've got a tiny bit of silver stitched in to take the static electricity from your own movement and deliver a microcurrent to your muscles.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting to the part, yeah, but what is it? What's the benefit?
30% better in performance.
They claim it reduces fatigue by 6% and improves workout performance, Nico, by up to 30%.
I think we did this story last week. But I will say that afterwards, I did look up the pants and thought about buying them for you as your Christmas present.
How much do they go for?
They're real expensive.
1,000?
No.
100?
Do they look cool?
More than 100?
No, like 65, 80.
Were they like old-fashioned sweatpants or Lululemons?
More Lululemon, yeah. More form-fitting than I think.
Oh, here you go. The price between $60 and $100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you go and buy that if it helped you work out?
What if you had an implant that caused pain until you got up and exercised?
Like
some kind of
if you sat down for just more than 5 minutes?
No. Just like if my stupid watch tries to do it to me all the time. But if there was something where you haven't got enough exercise and it starts causing a pain, it starts off at a 1, and then if you don't respond to it within a couple of minutes, it goes up to a 2. Until eventually you're like, well, I am really in pain, so I got to get out.
I guess I have to go up and get up now.
Get some kind of activity going on.
Hey, it's Chuck, your host for Loudwire Nights. Tonight at 7, we will rock the borderland with the best rock ever made and the best rock being made. Special guests, birthday and anniversary celebrations, and every night at 10.
SA and FS. Book an appointment for your free fitting at goodfeet.com or just stop in. Walk-ins are welcome.
Oh, guess who this is?
Buzz Adams and the KLAQ Morning Show.
You must be the greatest radio show host ever.
Buzz is back.
Happy Monday.
Yeah. Happy Monday, everybody.
We're back from the weekend without Buzz Adams because he went to a game.
Buzz Adams less. He did go to a game. I got a picture from Buzz and Brad yesterday.
You did? How nice.
Yeah.
Let me see. Did it look like they were having fun? Did Buzz wear orange?
No.
No.
You didn't?
Did it look like they were having fun?
Yeah. Looked like Brad was having more fun than.
I was talking to Brad on Friday, and I was like, you know what? For the next few days, Buzz is your problem. So have fun with that.
We are buzzless for the morning, but that doesn't mean we're not going to have a show. It's Joanna and intern Alberto and I.
I've officially decided we're just going to call it the Millennial Takeover.
That's right.
Despite Alberto not being a millennial. But I just don't want to have to come up with a new name.
Millennial at heart.
People already know this as the Millennial Takeover.
The future?
The future is in your hands, Alberto.
The future is in your hands. We're going to still
Bad
have
hands to be in.
your same old segments. We're going to do news later. We got Joanna's entertainment news and some interesting other little segments. I've got an Am I the A-hole as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, really interesting one. We got sound clips for this morning. How about we get into those?
This is the part where we do sound clips usually. So
Today
in
sound clips
with Nico at Jimmy and good morning, Nico.
Good morning, Joanna. Well, the FBI says that Donald Trump is reported as safe after an attempted assassination. Here is Palm County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw in a press conference talking about how his department was immediately notified by the Secret Service after the shots were fired at former President Donald Trump, and he was at his own golf course when it happened.
Call came out, shots fired. That was called in by the Secret Service. Because we're in constant contact with them all the time, we were notified of that, and we had units here that immediately sealed off the area. Fortunately, we were able to locate a witness that came to us and said, hey, I saw the guy running out of the bushes. He jumped into a black Nissan, and I took a picture of the vehicle and the tag.
Oh. Well, Bradshaw went on to describe the suspect's items that were found in those bushes, including an assault-style rifle, some ceramic tiles, and a GoPro.
In the bushes where this guy was is an AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro, which he was going to take pictures of.
Oh my gosh.
Take pictures of. That's so weird.
Well, Bradshaw praised the Secret Service agent who spotted the shooter. I don't think the shooter was able to shoot any bullets, but there's still details that are coming in. We're not clear on exactly the sequence of events.
The Secret Service agent that was on the course did a fantastic job. What they do is they have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president was at. And he was able to spot this rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engage that individual, at which time the individual took off.
Gosh, it's so crazy that all of this is happening. Also, we had the Emmys yesterday, a big day for Hollywood, and that's not just movies, but also TV. Demi Moore was also on the Drew Barrymore show talking to her. I just thought about her ex Charlie's Angels star. They were in Charlie's Angels together.
Oh, they were in that second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she was talking to Drew Barrymore about her ex-husband, Bruce Willis, and an update with his health as he battles aphasia and dementia.
I think he's doing, given the givens, he's in a stable place. And, it's what I say to my kids is you meet them where they're at. You don't hold on to who they were or what you want them to be, but who they are in this moment.
Aww. They share kids, right?
They do, yeah.
And speaking of that Charlie's Angels movie, on the Drew Barrymore show, Demi Moore was reminiscing over how good her bikini bod looked.
Do you remember when that movie came out and how it was just like, oh my God, Demi Moore looks amazing? Because at that point, she was already an older woman, and I think she was with Ashton Kutcher.
She was with Ashton at the time,
so
yeah,
it was
she looked
kind of
really
like
good.
cougar madness going on because how great she looked in that movie.
With Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
Full Throttle, yeah.
I was more confused about how one of the actors changed to Bill Murray, and it was somebody else before.
Oh, yeah. I want to say it was Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac turned into Bill Murray. And I was like,
Bernie Mac's
Bosley.
Bosley.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, well, here she is talking about how good her body looked.
All I remember is begging him not to shoot my butt. I don't know why that was my obsession. I mean, he called me to start shooting 3.5 weeks. So I had
G, the director?
Yes, and I had no time to think about what I looked like.
Don't shoot my butt, please.
Anything but the butt.
That would be weird if she looked really, really good, but the one thing
Her butt wasn't that great. I just remember that scene where she's coming out from the water and at the beach.
That's the one that
no
pops
butt
up.
shot needed, really.
That's a good point. At the Emmy Awards, Eugene Levy and his son Dan were the hosts, and they gave a very memorable opening monologue, as they normally do.
We're very, very excited to be here tonight. I think most of you know we are not stand-up comedians.
No. In fact, I wouldn't even really call us hosts. We're more like actors acting like hosts, which is a huge gamble for us. But if it goes well tonight, my name is pronounced Levy, not Levy.
And if things go south, my name is pronounced Martin Short.
I love them.
Did you see any clips from them and Selena Gomez?
No.
It was funny because I guess all three of them were presenting together.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And-
or that show that I swear I'm going to start watching one day.
Yes, I promise we will. There's only murders in the building.
Yes, something like that.
How about we get into some sports? Or no, I have a couple of Emmys still. Sorry, I wanted to get into sports, but I still have Emmy materials. So John Oliver last night was giving a speech after winning the award for Outstanding Scripted Variety Show.
I like his show for Late Night Tonight.
Yes.
I love that
and
show.
It's really good. And he got, you know how the Emmys have walk-off music, like the second you start talking too long?
I did see a headline about this, but I didn't see what was going on, just that they cut him off. They started playing the music.
They started playing off John Oliver in the middle of him speaking about something kind of emotional, so it seemed even more awkward. And here's his response.
It is. I feel like Sarah McLachlan right now. She was an amazing dog, and ouch. I would guess I want to. This isn't just for her. This is for all dogs. All dogs, you're all very good girls. You're very good boys. You all deserve a treat.
He's the best.
John Oliver was thanking his recently passed dog.
Oh, no.
When he started to get played off, and he started to say, he felt like Sarah McLachlan.
I would throw my award.
You would throw your award?
Yeah, if they start telling me to get off while I'm talking about my dead dog, yes, I would get very angry. I don't even want this award.
I think he did say F you at some point.
There you go.
All right, let's get into sports. NCAA football. Arch Manning, the nephew of Eli and Peyton Manning, ran for a 67-yard touchdown for Texas. Here's that play.
But they hadn't done much on the ground in this game.
Well, look at Arch Manning. Oh, hit him with the two-step. Arch Manning, touchdown.
Doing his uncle and, his dad?
No, it's two uncles.
It was two uncles.
His dad's the one that didn't play.
Oh.
Yeah.
The loser. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't know.
Didn't his grandpa play too, though?
Yes. Yeah, so it's like Arch Manning, the dad, played with the Saints, and then he had three sons, Peyton, Eli, and I think also Arch.
And that last one.
And the last one was the one who did not play.
And that black sheep.
Yes.
Here's a call of the Kansas City Chiefs game, winning field goal to defeat the Bengals 26-25.
Now here we are with 3 seconds to go. The script is repeated, but a little bit longer. 51 yards is going to be win or lose, depending on this kick. Bucker's kick for the win. He buries it.
He buries it. And the game I'm sure we're all super interested in. The Houston Texans defeated the Chicago Bears. And Buzz, and
Really?
Brad were there
In
to
attendance.
see it in person.
Our boss is going to
At
be
NRG.
not happy when he comes back.
I mean, are the Bears good this year?
They were supposed to be better, but their quarterback's kind of not working out for them the way they wanted him to.
Meanwhile, the bear at the Emmys cleared out,
That's a different kind of bear. Here's the final call. It was 1913 Texans over the Bears.
And the rest of their division is 0-2. So 2 games and a 2-game lead for the defending division champions.
Ouch. But I'm sure Buzz was happy and like rubbing it in Brad's face the entire night. So, all right, that's going to do it for sound clips. We are going to have Am I the A-hole? We're going to have Joanna's entertainment news. A whole lot of neckline calls we got to get through. So those are still, we're still able to listen to those. Do you know the number for the neckline, Joanna?
844-805-6325. That's 844-805-NECK.
Speaking of football yesterday, let's hear one of these neckline calls about, I guess the Cowboys didn't do great.
Uh-oh.
Is that true?
It's very true. At home, too.
Let's hear what this person says.
Hey, how's it going? Morning show. Yeah, 49ers Cowboys lost. Okay, big book. Okay, moving on to more important detail. Y'all never, well, first off, we weren't able to talk about this yesterday because it was Sunday, but, yesterday was started Hispanic Heritage Month. But, I find it odd that, we celebrate Black History Month, Women's History Month, Pride Month, all at the beginning of the verse. But then it dawns me, it reminded me of what George Lopez once said. How Hispanics are always telling each other, "I'll be there in 15 minutes, man. I'll be there in 15 minutes." It's no coincidence that Hispanic Heritage Month started on the 15th.
It
So
did?
we were telling everybody, "I'll be there on the 15th of the month." That's it. All right. All right. Have a good one.
Happy Hispanic Heritage Month,
National
everyone.
Heritage Month. Yeah, it started yesterday, the 15th.
It did, yeah.
It's
our moment.
Do we get 15 days, or will it go into
It's October
as well?
15th, yes.
How weird. Oh, that's
It
interesting.
kicks off because it's almost every Latin American country's independence.
All right. Well, we're going to come back with more of the Best of Adams Morning Show. Best of clips, maybe a little here and there. Sprinkle
and
in.
there.
But you still got Joanna and me and intern Berto. Are we just calling him?
Yeah. Intern Alberto.
Intern Alberto?
Yeah.
All right. More of the Buzz Adams Morning Show right after this.
Find out what's going on. Quirky facts about our region. Urgent things you need to know impacting your drive. And of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock.
Escape the Fame. Ages 21 and over. See Speaking Rock's Facebook for more info.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Enderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
Hey, let's talk about British swearing, okay?
Okay.
Now, Joanna, why is this? You said you're looking forward to this. Why is this going to help you?
Because I like to watch British shows, and sometimes I don't know what the hell they're saying.
All right, so here are...
Oi!
Oi!
What
does
oi
mean? A lot.
Hey, or
Oi.
yo.
Yo.
And in fact, it
We
is.
should start
it's
using oi.
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 Oi, break.
British swear words with the definition and also a guide to how naughty they are.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick out a few of these. Arse.
Your butt.
But there's also, you use arse and then the word hole can be used to be, you know what that is.
Can you make sure my computer's
They
on?
consider that a mild swear word
Oh,
in
that's
England.
mild.
Right. So I don't know if I could get away with it. I'm not willing to try it, though.
Please don't.
Is my computer up?
It is now.
Arse.
Okay.
Arse.
All right. How about this one? Bell end.
Bell end.
You've never heard that one?
No.
It means a fool or an idiot.
Nico, you bell end.
The reason it's called a bell end is it refers actually not to the end of a bell, but the The tip of a penis. It's slang for that, so you're calling somebody a tool or a fool.
Bell end.
Mhm. Bell end.
Bell end.
That is ranked as a medium strength.
That's medium.
That's medium in Great Britain.
All right, let's get spicier.
I'm just going, I think they're in alphabetical order. How about blimey or gorblimey?
Gorblimey?
Mm-hmm.
Gore blimey.
It's an expression of astonishment. Thought to derive from the phrase, God blind me. God blind me.
Gore blimey.
This one is considered, it says, very mild. About as mild as crikey if you're Australian.
Can't
find that one?
I just did.
Oh.
Gore blimey.
Bloody. Now this is one. If you do a British impression, you hear it all the time.
Hear it all the time on Harry Potter.
Yeah,
bloody hell.
That's
Weasley
Ron
says it a
Weasley's
lot.
catchphrase. That is actually considered a pretty strong swear word. An intensifier.
Oh, interesting.
Very common, but they rank it as medium strength.
Bloody hell.
Bollocks.
Bollocks.
Have you heard that one before?
I have,
Well,
yes.
the Sex Pistols had an album called Never Mind the Bollocks. Here's the Sex Pistols. It's
Bollocks.
Can I hear that again?
Bollocks.
And one more time.
Bollocks. Bollocks.
It means rubbish or nonsense. If somebody tells you something you don't believe, you could just respond, bollocks. But the definition is it's slang for testicles.
What?
Yeah, bollocks.
Bollocks?
Bollocks.
Oh,
I'm
come
gonna
on.
hit
You
in the
knew that.
No, I didn't.
Oh, come on.
I'm going to hit you in the bollocks.
Medium strength and very commonly used. Bollocks. All right. Now here's one.
We're still in the B's?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, it's in alphabetical order.
yeah, it's in alphabetical order. Bugger.
Bugger.
Do you know what the
bugger off.
Yeah, but do you know what the if you call some
Does it mean to bang or to F?
it means a sodomite
Yeah, that's what I thought.
specifically.
What?
So like it can be it could mean a sodomizer or it could mean an F up. You could say, well, you buggered that old hell. Also used as an exclamation of annoyance. Bugger me. Bugger off. Bugger all.
Why'd you turn me down?
I think my elbow just hits it and accidentally turns it off.
Bugger.
Bugger all. Medium strength by British standards.
Medium.
All right. Now, this is a word that in the United States is about as bad as it gets. I would be fired almost immediately if I said this word. It's spelled the same as ant, but with a C instead of an A. Okay?
Oh.
I think we all know what it means, but...
CNT? Ant?
And
You mean
well,
aunt?
Aunt.
I know what he meant.
You pronounce aunt.
Well,
you don't call
Is it proper to say aunt?
Well, it's just hard to imagine the spelling when you say ant.
Aunt.
So it's the C word. It is very commonly used, and even on British TV, like on the BBC in an interview show, they'll throw the C word around, and it doesn't mean anything to them.
Do you want me to get Google to say this one?
No.
Please don't.
Extremely offensive in the U.S. Use with care, but really common in the U.K., and it's not the kind of thing somebody would get canceled over using the word. It's almost like a friendly ribbing type of word.
You would get canceled.
And I think so. Get.
Go on, get.
No. It's more like, you stupid git.
You silly git.
You silly little git.
Now, they define it as somebody who has done you dirty, stolen your spouse, taken your credit on the job, a stupid, bloody git. Mild, by the way.
Mild.
There's a...
Git.
Yeah. There's a there's a Beatles song called I'm So Tired, and one of the lyrics is, He's smoking, and he's like, "I'll curse Sir Walter Raleigh. He was such a stupid kid." I'm trying to make this move along a little. Nutter. Have you heard that one before?
Nutter?
Yeah.
Like
nutter butter?
Nutter.
Nutter butter.
I mean, somebody crazy.
Yeah, crazy person. Or nut. This says avoid using this word because it's taken on kind of a context like the R word in the U.S.
Oh, wow.
All right. Now, here's another word. For some reason, I mean, why is this word considered a forbidden word? It means urinate, and it starts with a P and ends with two S's.
Okay.
All right. Now, if you were to say, God, it's almost impossible for me to explain this without using the word. I'm going to risk it. Okay? If somebody were to say to somebody else, "Are you taking the piss?" It's not what you would assume it means.
And this
it means something
is next to a urinal?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't
And you're in Buzz's front yard, and your name is Nico Echimia?
Are you taking a...
So have you heard? Have you heard? Because
I've heard it in movies and TV shows.
another version of it, derives from something called Cockney rhyming slang, which is a whole different
it's a different
kettle of fish.
ballgame. Yeah.
But you might say, "Are you taking the Mickey?" That means, "Are you getting my leg?
Getting my goat?
Are you messing around with me? Are you taking a?" So it means something completely different. It's considered mild. Now, there is a version of the S word, but they add an E on to the end of it.
Oh, can I Google this one?
No, I think I might I might get in trouble for it.
Yes, don't say it. Don't do
I don't think I should because it's a different word.
I mean, I mean, pronounced differently. Yeah, I get what
They consider this one moderate.
Moderate?
Mm-hmm. You're foolish. And then that's basically that word. There's another word that I
Wait,
can't
can I say the word, the past tense of it?
Past tense?
The past tense of it?
I don't. No,
Don't risk
I'm going to play it safe. I mean, I said take the piss. I think I've pretty much run out of runway here. Tosser.
A tosser?
Like a salad tosser?
Tosser means the same thing as wanker.
Like a salad wanker?
It means one who masturbates, but it's also like an annoying person. You wanker. Over here, you tosser.
Bloody tosser.
Let me see what else we got here. Now, here's another one, just like the C word that they use pretty commonly in the UK. There's a, starts with a T and rhymes with
T.
SWAT. Yeah, it rhymes with SWAT, except replace the S with a T. And that means what it means here.
But they use it freely over there.
They use it pretty
in everyday language.
And they also pronounce the A differently. So instead of toi, it's twa. See?
Twa.
I'm really walking the line here,
I had
folks.
to turn off my mic to say that.
This one says use with care. It's more than moderate.
You know what, though? I would argue that we have a curse word or a slang in America that they probably wouldn't use.
Can you say it?
Can you spell it?
SLUT?
Oh, yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, but exactly. Here, it's fine. I think in Britain, that's very bad.
Slot. Hey, as in your list, are the words cake eaters there or puffers?
A poof.
A poof.
A poof.
Are you talking about gay?
Means gay.
I got a message from a good friend of ours that says...
It's Iggy. It has to be Iggy because Iggy's the only person who uses the word puffers that I know.
He says...
Yeah.
He even gave me an example, a sentence for it.
Let me hear it.
Example. Nico's penny loafers look a bit on the puffer side, mate.
To really British it up, though, you should pronounce it poof.
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 Are you laughing?
Nico's penny loafers look a bit on the puffer side, mate.
Poof.
Poof.
You look like a bloody poof.
Are you laughing because I just knew it was Iggy based on the fact
Hey, Buzz, I don't think anybody really cares about this whole English thing. Maybe, just you.
What?
For some reason,
that dude's being
you think you're English, or I don't know. But Nobody really cares, man.
I think some people might find it very interesting.
Dude,
I'm
be
sorry
a
that.
hater, mate.
I'm sorry that it's not-
What a wanker.
Yeah, what a wanker. You stupid git.
You wanker.
I'm sure some people really, really enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
me. I'm learning a lot. And then
What
the
an
next
arse.
time everybody else out there starts watching a show that's British and they say all these words, you'll know what it means.
What a puffer.
Wanker.
Caller was such a bell end. All right, let's take a break.
I'm Daniel Paulus, and whether you're wrapping up your workday
in the region, Paso, University Medical Center. Hands committed to care every single day.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a town square media station.
Nice. The cough button doesn't work in this room. Oh,
That's not, it doesn't work on this
I don't
one.
even know if that is a cough button. It's a big red button.
Press
Yeah.
it, see what happens. Now try to talk in your
Testing.
No, see,
No,
it doesn't work.
It does not work.
Cough
Hello.
buttons are not really working here.
Welcome back to the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Buzz is out of town for this morning. He'll be back tomorrow, so everything will be back to normal. Until then, you got the Millennial Takeover with intern Alberto and, of course, Joanna Barba and myself.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Good
guys.
morning.
Hey, do you know what today starts?
Monday.
Today is Monday.
Mexican Independence Day?
That too, yes. Feliz 16 de septiembre, everybody. But also, what could you do with $30,000?
Oh, so much.
So much, right? Money talks. The Q cash codes pay. They are back. Today, you could win cash, win $30,000, or be one of our 10 daily $100 winners. All you got to do is listen every Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. through 5 p.m. for the KLAQ cash codes, which we will kick off at 8.
Okay, so we'll have two cash
We will
codes.
have cash codes.
At least for the morning show, one at 8, 1 and 9, right?
Yeah. So then all you got to do, get that KLAQ mobile app. If you don't already have it, what are you waiting for? It's free to download. Everybody knows how to use an app. It's real easy. When you hear that code, put it into the KLAQ app. And then you will be set. You could be a $100 winner, or you could be in the
Grand
running
prize,
for that
yeah.
grand prize of $30,000. Money talks. The Q cash code pays on 95.5 KLAQ. I've got an alarm set so that we don't forget for the Money Talks Q cash codes.
We're responsible.
Starting today at 8. Woo!
And I got a couple of neckline calls.
All right.
Yeah. There you're up, brother.
Those Cowboys, man. The New Orleans Aints. They ain't giving us any touchdowns. Just 2. That was it. Like, gee, no, man. The thing of it is when the Saints come marching in. When the Saints come marching in and kick down the Cowboys' butt. Okay. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's one loss. I still believe in my boys. Woo!
Consoling
It's okay.
himself.
One loss. It's not going to do any damage. You know where later on this year. Woo!
He's
trying to cheer himself up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's all give him a woo to help him cheer up. Woo! I'm sorry. They're doing the recap on, what is this, ESPN?
On ESPN, yeah.
Of course, Alberto would have this on ESPN right now.
I usually have it on FX. They have movies.
So was it that bad of a game?
I mean, yeah, they got blown out at home. The Saints put up 40 points on them. So, yeah, it was pretty
40
disappointing.
versus...
I think it was... I'm not even sure the final score. Let's check here.
We got somebody else commenting on it.
Hey, good morning, guys.
44-19.
So Buzz went to the game yesterday, so he's not in today. I went to the game in Dallas yesterday myself. Got in late last night, and guess what? I'm just out of the shower now. I'm ready to go to work. Buzz should be there. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Anyways, have a good one.
Yeah, for all the crap he gives you, Nico, he could have
He
still.
could have gotten a late flight home, I guess.
It's
Yeah,
because,
he
no, it was a late game.
But no, if anything, I will tell you, Buzz with like zero sleep or not enough sleep,
He's grouchy?
he is terrible, like a toddler that I usually will be like, you just go home. Get out of here.
Imagine when he
Go
found
on.
out that
He
I
gets
ate
very
his breakfast
cranky.
sandwiches
Get-
he left.
What?
Imagine when he found out I ate his breakfast sandwiches that he left in the freezer.
You ate those?
He did?
I didn't. He left them, but I didn't eat them.
You're like, I was thinking about it.
I gave him
totally
good
thought about
consideration.
it.
No, I was like, He wouldn't even know it was
Buzz
me.
is useless to me when he's had like a terrible night's sleep. So it's better that he's not here, actually. And that way, tomorrow we can come at you with a really good show.
Yeah. Well rested.
Buzz Adams is all rested up, ready to go.
His team beat Brad's. He will be very happy.
That's true. Yeah.
Brad might not be too happy, though.
Stay out of Brad's way.
Yeah.
Any other neckline calls?
Nope, that's it.
I think that was my cousin Ian.
That was your cousin Ian.
Yeah. He goes to the Dallas games.
Every time?
I think almost every
Nice.
time.
That's
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
That's cool.
Nope, that's it for neckline calls, but keep leaving them for us.
Yeah, send us neckline calls. We're still checking those. 844-805-6325. That's 844-805-NECK. We do have the studio line, but it will take a while because we're all in the same studio today.
Mm-hmm.
So if the phones are ringing and we're on air, Alberto can't get to it as fast as you'd like.
True, right.
So what's our studio line number?
Studio line is 915-910-4995.
Thank you.
I actually do have one more neckline call if you want. Do we still have time to
Yeah,
do that?
hit
one?
it. Sure. We've got
This
time.
one is about, let's see, this is going to be about, they're talking to us about a movie.
Hey, Buzz. So I know you're not going to be there tomorrow, but anyways, hey, Nico, Joanna, hey, you guys, I saw Longlegs last night, and I really want to get everybody's opinion on it because I thought it was going to be like.
Wait, Longlegs?
Longlegs,
it
with Nicolas Cage. I haven't seen it.
It's so good.
So Alberto's the only one in this conversation
okay.
who has seen
Cool,
this?
cool.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're half useless. I mean, us half useless at this point.
Psychological crime thriller, a little bit of horror, maybe some jump scares in it. No, man, that was a straight up satanic Hail Satan movie. Man, I couldn't sleep last night. Neither could my wife. Because, like, Hail Satan stuck in me, and let me say, it was Nicolas Cage's best performance. And yes, that movie is up there with Silence of the Lambs. But here's the thing: I could watch Silence of the Lambs probably, every year, once a year around this time of the year, right? I could probably not watch Longlegs until maybe another 10 years passes. And I was the same way with The Fourth Kind. With Mila Djokovic or whatever how you say her name. I could only watch The Fourth Kind once, and it scared the living hell out of us. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Love y'all.
I hear a lot of people are traumatized from The Fourth Kind.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't have that much of an impact on me.
You've seen that one at least.
I've seen The Fourth Kind, yeah, but I haven't seen Longlegs. I hear good things though, so I am looking forward
and
to
it's
that.
straight up satanic.
I didn't know it was straight up satanic.
Yeah. There's implications that, like, what's that big goat thing?
Oh,
you guys know that? Baphomet, I think.
Baphomet, yeah.
That is like references to that. He'll make like just like little appearances, kind of.
Oh,
but they never reference him, or they never.
There's
talk.
like a little goat-headed man in the back of every scene.
He'll like pop up a few times, but then that's it. Like, and then they never say like anything about him or anything.
Is it weird that I'm more willing now to see it because I kind of know, like,
I wasn't traumatized.
I thought, because that stuff doesn't really scare me that much.
Mm-hmm.
So, I like if it was just straight up serial killer gore, I was like,
it's not really your thing.
It's not as much my thing. Yeah.
No, yeah, I look forward to seeing Longlegs.
What's it called? There's another clown movie that's coming out in October.
Oh,
The Thriller?
Terrifier.
The Terrifier.
The Diddler? Did you say the Diddler?
No.
Oh my god.
No, I said the Terrifier. But yeah,
Where
the Terrifier
hell
3.
Did you hear that?
I don't know. I don't know what he said. At this point.
Terrifier 3 is coming up.
That one's actually getting in some hot water for
That
the
is
trailer.
one that you probably wouldn't be into
it
because
all.
it's very gory.
Nope.
The others are very gory.
Nope. Anything to do with like a sadistic serial killer that
Yeah,
just
that's
gets
him.
a lot of joy out of Art the Clown. And you know what I can't get is why can nobody kill these guys?
Yeah,
They're one step ahead.
Are they? Are they
And
are they
they're
trained
fast
like
runners.
Batman?
They're
They've
fast
taken
runners.
every martial art possible.
Fast. It's Halloween.
Good
He's wearing a
hiders.
clown suit.
Yeah, Michael Myers.
Hey, he's quick.
Is he supernatural?
He's quick.
Supernatural,
He
yeah.
knows how to hide. He'll go like, he'll appear right behind you.
He's hiding
won't
behind a
even hear
bush.
I mean, Art the Clown, what kind of training could he have gotten besides mime?
Besides mime.
That's a good point.
Mime school, and then the second period was kill school.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a girl take me to the Terrifier 2,
Uh-huh.
and that was a pretty red flag. because she was smiling through it while they were killing everybody. I was like, whoa.
So what you're telling me is I shouldn't ask a guy to go see Terrifier 3 with me?
I don't know. I was like,
not unless he's smiling next to you too. I guess.
Yeah, I was just kind of like taken aback by it.
Need someone to match my freak,
Yes,
if you will.
Yes, yes, you do. Because
I guess somebody could be like, well, John Wayne Gacy was real, but I guess he wasn't in the clown costume when he
did this.
when he did it.
Serial killers.
All right.
Long legs, yeah.
Leave us some neckline calls, guys.
Leave us neckline calls at 844-805-6325. That's 844-805-NECK. Or send us messages in the app chat. We're still checking app chat messages this morning, trying to catch up with all of them. All you got to do is go on the KLAQ mobile app and then hit where it says chat. And boom, you can send a message to me, Nico.
Oh, I should open that up.
Should we do some entertainment, boys?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Do we have, I know we have music for entertainment. Go to music.
Okay.
I think it's there.
Oh, I see it.
You found it. Yes.
Alberto's been here a year, by the way.
and I've taken steps backwards.
Pointed out.
I was a better
We're
producer
gonna get
day
it.
one.
I have full faith in him.
I do
he's
too.
gonna
I
get
do
it soon. At the weekend box office, Beetlejuice dominated for the second straight week, delivering an estimated $51.6 million for a 2-week total of $188 million. Speak No Evil opened in second place, earning an estimated $11.5 million at the domestic box office. Third place went to Deadpool and Wolverine, grabbing another estimated $5.2 million at the box office, bringing its 8-week tally to $621.5 million.
Wow.
Globally, the film has now grossed $1.3 billion to date. Am I Racist? Starring Matt Walsh logged the top debut for a documentary film released in the past decade, according to Entertainment Weekly, opening in fourth place with an estimated $4.8 million at the box office. And rounding out the top 5 was Reagan, the biopic starring Dennis Quaid, earning an estimated $3 million at the domestic box office.
Wait.
Third week
You're
of
telling me the Matt Walsh documentary about where he dresses up as a liberal or woke and he tries to get a job at a diversity, equity, and inclusion place, and he's like,
Is that what it's about? I have not.
and he's like just revealing how they're actually all racist at these places.
Yeah, that came in at
above Reagan,
which is already in its third week at the box office.
What's this Speak No Evil movie?
Speak No Evil. I cannot tell you much about what it's. I know it stars James McAvoy in it.
And it's a Blumhouse production.
A Blumhouse production. It's also a remake. I think there's an original one that's on Shudder right now that I've been planning to watch, but I haven't had the chance. But I can't really tell you.
An American family who are invited to stay at a remote farmhouse of a British couple for the weekend.
Right, but there's like a hidden
soon begin to test the limits of their guests as the situation escalates.
Okay.
That was a good movie trailer voice, Nico. I got chills. That was good.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I think that's what it's about. I haven't really checked out what it's all about, though.
Okay.
So. Sounds good, though. Disney has announced that Inside Out 2, now officially the highest grossest animated movie of all time, is coming to Disney Plus on September 25th. The follow-up to the 2015 original set a number of records after its release on June 14th of 2024 and became the fastest animated film to reach $1 billion globally.
Oh.
It is currently the 8th highest grossing film in global box office history. The movie stars the original characters of joy, sadness, fear, disgust, and anger, voiced in the sequel by Amy Poehler, Phyllis Smith, Tony Hale, Lisa Lapira, and Louis Black, as well as newcomers Maya Hawke, Ayo Edebiri, Paul Walter Hauser, and June Squibb, the latter playing Riley's new teenage emotions, anxiety, envy, ennui, embarrassment, and nostalgia.
It makes sense. A movie that helps you understand
your emotions,
how you feel about yourself.
All that. The first one was I was a crying mess. It was beautiful.
She was 20.
I like this.
Wait, you were like 30. She was 32 when she saw that one.
I was like 32 when I saw it.
I haven't seen either one, but I've heard they're phenomenal.
You haven't seen the first one?
No.
Oh,
Let's
you can-
watch it.
You can get really in touch with
my emotions.
Yeah, the feelings.
Really make you understand your core memories.
I don't know. I don't need that.
The feelings inside of you.
We're trying to forget.
Megalopolis hasn't hit theaters yet, but it has created numerous headlines, or at least its director has. Francis Ford Coppola was hit with allegations of inappropriate on-set behavior, which he has denied. Now the legendary director is firing back. He has filed a $15 million lawsuit against the entertainment news outlet Variety for libel over stories published regarding the allegations. In the suit, Coppola claims the outlet knew that the allegations against him were false and that they were made to harm Coppola's reputation and cause him severe emotional distress. He further says harm has been caused and is seeking at least $15 million in damages and a jury trial.
It's a lot.
One Facebook group isn't getting any applause from Lady Gaga. Gaga fired back at her former NYU classmates who cruelly started a closed Facebook group titled, Stephanie Germanotta, You Will Never Be Famous.
That's a classic.
Okay, so I had heard that there were these people in her NYU music school or classes that were always judgy of her because I guess she was more of a loner. And
She was more of a loner, and I guess she was very outlandish, and they were just kind of like, you're never going to make it.
Right.
Stop trying to make it happen.
Stop trying so hard. But
yeah.
Are they adults still doing this?
This Facebook group apparently still exists. It's still there, although they're saying there hasn't been any updates in like maybe a decade. A fan recently posted a picture of that page on TikTok, along with a picture of Lady Gaga holding an Oscar. It also listed all her other awards that include her Grammys, Golden Globes, VMAs, People Choice Awards, Guinness World Records, and more. Gaga saw the TikTok and replied saying, quote, some people I went to college with made this way back when. This is why you can't give up when people doubt you or put you down. You gotta keep going. Gaga is currently promoting her leading role as Harleen Lee Quinzel, a.k.a. Harley Quinn in Joker Folie à Deux. But she posted to Instagram on September 3rd and teased the release date of her first new single from her upcoming 7th album.
Do you go Gaga for Gaga?
I have to admit, I do go Gaga for Gaga. Love her.
Apparently, the new Joker movie isn't getting the best reviews, but everybody's really praising her performance and saying that if anything, she's not seen enough in the film.
Oh,
that's what I
okay.
heard too. Isn't it also like kind of a musical?
It's kind of a musical, yeah.
That's not a good.
That's what's turning off a lot of people.
So does the Joker sing, or is it like just the music plays in the background?
No, he dances.
Okay.
I think they both sing. They're both going to be singing, I think.
Okay.
Dave Grohl is calling out fake news about his life in a now deleted Instagram account named by somebody named Valerie Grayston. They posted a photo of a baby named Roxy Junie Grohl and claimed that Roxy is Grohl's daughter who he fathered out of wedlock after cheating on his wife. Almost immediately, though, Grohl's rep told TMZ that the viral post is fake. The post, which has now been wiped from Instagram, showed someone's hand holding that of a newborn baby with the caption that read in part, quote, my sweet Roxy June Grohl, being your mama has already been the most incredible experience of my life. Your daddy was by my side through the entire pregnancy, making sure we were both taken care of. She also added the hashtag, my 20th birthday present.
Is it suggesting that he had a baby with a 20-year-old?
That's 19-year-old, maybe?
Yeah. That was
this is fake, right?
Right. So on Wednesday, a source told people that Grohl had retained a divorce lawyer before he released his statement, but his reps are saying that that post is fake, not real.
But he did father a baby out of wedlock with somebody else.
He did make a statement saying he did have a baby with someone else.
But it probably wasn't a 20-year-old.
But maybe it wasn't a 20-year-old, or let's hope so. Everyone is so upset because we were like, Dave Grohl,
nice
you
guy.
were supposed to be different.
Nice guy.
He's not. They're not.
Dave Grohl tied the knot with Jordan Blum, a former model and TV producer at their Los Angeles home in August of 2003. And the couple shared three daughters, Violet, Harper, and Ophelia. And now he has another daughter with someone else. And finally, the big ruckus over the weekend. Jane's Addiction ended their show early Friday in Boston.
Ooh, I saw the headline.
After Perry Farrell assaulted Dave Navarro on stage. Perry got into Dave's face and shoulder checked him before throwing the punch. A crew member tried to get Perry to stop, and then bassist Eric Avery put him in a headlock, punched him in the stomach to make him stop. The band issued a statement on Saturday saying, quote, "We want to extend a heartfelt apology to our fans for the events that unfolded last night. They also canceled their shows in Connecticut, but there's no word on the remainder of their tour." Perry's wife shared her perspective on what went down. She called her husband a crazed beast.
She called her husband that?
Yes, and said that he had been frustrated with the sound because his voice was being drowned out by the band. She also added that the band started playing Ocean Size before Perry was even ready for it. Overall, she credited Dave for looking handsome and cool in the middle of the fight, but she thinks that Eric took cheap shots on Perry.
Oh, he's looking old now.
He is, yeah. But if you see the video, you're kind of like, what is this dude on? Because it just like comes out of nowhere that he starts to just shoulder check Dave.
That is.
And Dave just like puts his stuff down and walks off stage.
He's the singer of the band, I guess, right?
Perry, yes.
And the songwriter?
Perry is, yeah.
He's referred to as the godfather of alternative music.
Oh, my goodness.
Kind of, I guess.
I'm just reading.
But
Wikipedia.
I guess they're saying that he was upset because the band was playing
Like
too
over him.
loud.
He's like, I'm the singer.
But it's kind of like, Perry, you haven't sounded great in the last 10 years. So, yeah, maybe that's a good thing.
When I saw this story, I was like, man, this is rock. This is metal. And then I looked up their ages, and I'm like, he's 65.
How old is Dave Navarro?
57.
Damn, he still looks good.
Hang him up.
Yes. Looks good.
With your entertainment news, I'm Joanna Barba. We're going to come back. I've got some date or ditch scenarios to check out. Nico's got an Am I the A-hole coming up.
Yeah.
And we've got lots more coming up on the Buzz Adams Morning Show.
While you're working away, we're working for you.
Dollars and scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/DC 17 plus. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official rules.
We're back. Buzz is back.
Hey, right on, Buzz.
Buzz in the morning show. 95.5 The Q.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast.
Actual crime stories from around the world and across the nation. You know, you had the story about the Methodist pastor in, I believe, Connecticut or New Hampshire.
The Method Man.
Who was selling meth.
Yeah, out of his rectory.
I looked up a picture of the guy. So he's a 63-year-old pastor, had been the pastor of this Methodist church for about 6 months.
A Methodist selling meth.
He puts the meth in Methodist. He was turned in when parishioners reported suspicious activity to the police, and it really didn't go into much more detail than that. But here's the picture of the pastor, and tell me what famous person connected to methamphetamines does this guy look like?
Yeah, Joanna.
Oh, my God.
So it turns out his name is Walter White.
No, in this picture, he really looks like Walter White. Here's his mugshot, where he still kind of looks like Walter White.
Yeah.
Joanna pointed out to me that in the late night roundup, they had a story about a guy breaking in and eating ramen and drinking hot chocolate. She pointed out that is a local story out of Chaparral.
I cannot believe this.
Law enforcement officials in Chaparral arrested a man after the homeowner returned home to find him making chocolate milk and a cup of ramen. This happened February 10th. At the home in, I'm saying February. I'm pronouncing the hard R every time, and I wish everybody else would follow my lead. This happened at her home in Chaparral. Here's a report from Paul Sakala at our partner station, KVIA ABC 7.
Documents say a woman returned home to find Lucero in her bedroom. Lucero took the victim's shoes and money from her purse, according to documents. Deputies arrived and took Lucero into custody.
Took the lady's shoes.
But he stayed there? He just broke in to eat ramen? Drink some chocolate milk?
Well, there's a little bit more.
There's a lot to this story.
Yeah, there's a little bit more. When she arrived home, the man's name is Tommy Lee Lucero. She found him making the food and ran to her brother's house nearby. That's where she called police from. When officers arrived, they found Lucero still in the home. Court documents say Lucero had eaten the victim's food, put on a pair of her shoes, ate some of her porridge, and
No. I was thinking Goldilocks the whole time.
and broke the baby's bed.
If you think about it, Goldilocks was kind of a housebreaker.
As she was
like a thief, like a burglar.
Squatter,
yeah,
kind of. The court documents also say that he ripped up some of her pictures, and this is the one that might just top it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Moved around her toiletries.
Right.
Didn't steal the toiletries, moved them around.
He's like, this is really going to piss her off.
Lucero, the intruder, reportedly claimed to investigators that he had been dating the homeowner since preschool and that he lived in the house. The homeowner says that she does not recognize the man.
Oh, my God. He's crazy.
Maybe more will come out, but here is the joke they had on late night about this case.
Authorities in New Mexico recently arrested a burglar who allegedly broke into a home and made himself ramen noodles and hot chocolate before he was caught. And hopefully authorities will check in on that homeowner, too. You need some help with groceries, bro?
Speaking of Walter White, this is an interesting story I've chosen to include. Did you know that Bryan Cranston was once wanted for murder?
What?
Bryan Cranston, the beloved star of Breaking Bad.
And Malcolm's dad.
Malcolm in the Middle, of course. And Jerry Seinfeld's dentist. This was back in the 70s. Bryan Cranston and his brother decided to drive across the country on motorcycles. At one point, they ran out of cash. They were in Florida, so they took jobs working in a restaurant to earn some cash so they could get back out. I guess this is just a thing you did in the 70s, like your Jack Kerouac or something.
Mm-hmm.
The place that they were working at had a cook named Peter Wong. And reportedly, everybody disliked Peter Wong. So they used to joke about how would you kill Peter without anybody finding out? Well, after a few weeks,
we've all joked like that before, right?
Right. After a few weeks working at the restaurant, the Cranston boys, Bryan Cranston and his brother, had made enough money, and they took off, headed for Maine. Not long after they left, Peter Wong turned up dead. So police, and this is once again in the 70s, the police were interviewing people at the restaurant, And since they determined Wong had died around the same time these two young drifters, I guess, had been in town, they were officially the prime suspects. There was an APB out for Bryan Cranston and his brother.
No way.
They say that they never knew at the time that they were wanted because the real killer was caught before the police ever caught up to the Cranston brothers. Or Bryan Cranston and his brother pulled off the perfect crime. In Washington, D.C., one Walgreens location has been robbed every month for 6 months in a row.
Oh, sounds like you might have a problem.
It was the same every time an armed robber would come in demanding money from the safe. As it turns out, upon investigation, authorities determined the store manager and his nephew were in on it, so it was an inside job. They were working with the robber. 3 South Carolina deputies are facing felony charges for prank calling other law enforcement agencies. They'd call other departments saying things like they had spotted a dead body. Is that the kind of pranks that
people do?
Well, yeah, like when you worked as an EMT, were there pranks you'd pull on each other, like anything like this?
Nothing like that, but there were certain pranks that we would do.
Can you talk about them?
Yeah. So this was just for we were a transport service, so we weren't like
secretly unstrap the guy so when he
no,
he'd fall off.
No, this would just be for like if we were just transporting from hospital to hospital. But so we would pull up to a hospital bay, and in the ER bay where the ambulances park.
ER bay would be my nickname if I ever had a girlfriend that was a doctor.
Anyways, so you would see another ambulance from your company. If it was the same ambulance from the company, we knew who was on it. You'd go into their truck and you would turn on the heater, turn on the sirens and the lights, and then you would turn off the car so that when they got back into the truck and turned it on, everything would go off. Does that sound immature?
Maybe could it also be like life-threatening? Like,
no, because I just said right now it was not an emergent situation. We were just transporting patients, and the car would be off.
3 of the deputies in Chesterfield County, South Carolina, are accused of making prank calls to other law enforcement agencies. And finally, you ready for Florida Man Cave?
Yeah.
All right, let's get it started then.
Who runs naked through a dairy farm?
Florida man, Florida man.
Who never fears any bodily harm?
Florida man, Florida man.
Who's made
love to a dozen trees? Throws tennis balls that are full of bees. Who tries to bite every cop he sees? Florida man, Florida man.
All right, the rules are simple. I'll read you a headline. One word is missing. I'm going to leave one word out.
All right.
And everybody playing along will attempt to fill in the blank. If you're able to do that, Town Square Media will award you $10,000. Not really, by the way. Now, I said this one was a little different. So our Florida man, in this case, is the police officer, all right?
Okay.
All right, so listen to the headline. Florida cop confused a blank for a gunshot and unloaded his entire clip. Once again, Florida cop confused a blank for a gunshot and unloaded his entire clip. Now, I was a little worried that maybe you guys had seen this headline, but it sounds like from Joanna's reaction that she hasn't. It seems like Nico hasn't either.
This one's hard. I can't go with Old Faithful.
Yeah, right. Meth or alligator.
Alligator or meth. Once again, Florida cop confused a blank for a gunshot and unloaded his entire clip. It sounds like Joanna decided on an answer.
I did, yes.
Nico, where are we? Make sure you write down your answer. All right. All right, let's go to Joanna. She rang in first. Joanna, Florida cop confused blank for a gunshot and unloaded his entire clip.
I say he confused a parrot.
Bang!
Yeah.
Like that?
You know how parrots can like imitate sounds and stuff?
Maybe the parrot went, bang, bang, niner gang. Okay, Joanna said, and would this, in your mind, would this be a wild parrot or somebody's pet?
Somebody's pet.
I got it.
For sure.
Okay, all right. Nico, Florida cop confused blank for a gunshot and unloaded his entire clip. And by unloaded, they mean, shot all the... Okay.
I got it. You don't mean he just took out the clip and one bullet out of his
it just dawned on me that it might have sounded like that.
Car backfiring.
Backfiring.
Good answer. Good answer.
You know what?
Thank
A
you.
very, very good guess.
But I have a feeling that's not it.
I know.
No winner today. Police officer in the Panhandle area of Florida had a man handcuffed and in the back of his squad car. The officer was standing next to the squad car. This happened back in November, but we're just finding out about it.
Of course.
The police officer believed that the man that he had handcuffed had fired a shot at him. The footage just came out after the officer resigned in December because it turned out it was not a gunshot. It was the sound of an acorn landing on the roof of the police car.
Oh, my God.
I I have audio.
Wait.
Being attacked.
So a acorn hits a car. This police officer who has a suspect in custody freaks out from the sound of the acorn, pulls out his gun, and just shoots all the bullets in his gun.
Yes.
Where does he shoot the gun?
Up.
Well, let me read on here. His partner also unloaded her entire clip. Now, that could have been a reaction to what her partner was doing. Somehow, the suspect wasn't hit, so they were shooting at him.
In the car?
Yeah!
Was it just one acorn?
Yeah.
This says an acorn landed on the roof of his car. Would you like to hear the body cam audio?
But a small acorn turns into a mighty oak, Joanna.
Just fire! You know. I'm hit!
The officer believes that he was hit. Again,
what?
There were no bullets fired at him, and somehow he thought that he had been hit.
I've been hit by an acorn.
Okay.
I just been shot.
This guy might not want to be a police officer. He might not be a good one.
He resigned, so that's part of the story.
I'm hit! What? I'm in the car! I was shot! It might have hit my vest. I don't know. I don't know. It felt like it. Dude, am I hit?
I don't mean to laugh because I'm sure in that situation I would freak out too. Be like, I just been shot.
The man in the back of the car, again, was handcuffed and unarmed. He was shaken up, the report says. I can imagine.
The guy's just in the back of it.
But it sounds like the police officer really did believe that he had taken a bullet until he watched the footage later on.
So I wasn't hit.
The story does not go into any more detail about the circumstances of him resigning. Maybe they just decided he did not have the temperament for the job, or there could be other unknown factors. So I think this is the first that the Florida Man game has actually, in the Florida Man in question was the police officer.
Who plays baseball with a feral cat?
Florida Man. Florida Man.
Tried to stab his boss with a sewer rat.
Florida Man. Florida Man.
Who snorts crack and screams in the street? Whose favorite food is
human meat?
Who gave Marco Rubio
a Senate seat? Florida Man. Florida Man.
Hey, it's Double G. Coming up after the Buzz Adams Morning Show, all
requires eligible plan coverage and other restrictions apply. Visit att.com/onenetwork for details.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Enderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
Today is the return of those Q cash codes.
Yeah.
What would you do with $30,000?
Retire.
That's all I need.
Nico's like, just
That's all I
be
need.
done with it. Here, Money Talks. The Q cash codes pay. Win cash and win $30,000, or be one of our 10 daily $100 winners. And all you got to do is listen every Monday through Friday, starting today between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. for the KLAQ cash codes. And then all you got to do, open up that KLAQ mobile app for details, official rules, and that is where you are going to be entering these codes. Money Talks, the Q cash code pays on 95.5 KLAQ. I have set a reminder so we do not forget.
Woo!
We're going to start this one off right because every time Buzz is here, we do it. Something always goes
The
wrong.
first one, yeah, it always. Then
That
once you
first
get into the
one is
rhythm,
always, and then I feel like if we're really ahead of it, we're gonna do it right.
yeah, preparation is key.
It's called prep, y'all. Learn it. Have you heard of the term productivity?
Productivity?
Productivity.
Is that fake productivity?
It is fake
You gotta look
productivity. Got looking busy. Apparently, 1 in 3 workers in a new poll admit to productivity, and I think they're focusing more on people who are working from home.
Oh, okay.
But I kind of feel like it applies here too.
I remember my hospital job. If it wasn't really busy, you were supposed to be stocking up everything and doing things. And if everything was stocked up already, you were supposed to look like you were just busy.
Just start doing something.
Yeah, just start fiddling,
Sweeping the floor.
Anything.
Imagine if I just started sweeping the floor here. Like, well, there's nothing else to do.
She must really have nothing to do right now.
Sometimes it's just because this place is kind of messy.
That's a job in itself.
Sometimes I just mop the
It
carpet.
is. A common example of productivity is using a mouse jiggler app so that it looks like you're at your computer. But it could also be as simple as claiming that you worked hours that you didn't.
Oh, now that's a different thing.
That's a horse of a different color right there. Now you're
basically stealing money.
I kind of think it is. A third of
that's like reporting
the hours that you worked, but you didn't. Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
That's not productivity. That's just stealing.
Which we're not staunchly against stealing. I'm just kidding. No, we are.
I mean,
especially if you want to keep your job.
If you want to keep your job, maybe don't do that. A third of low-level employees admit to stuff like that, and around half of managers say productivity is a problem in general. But one of the last stats on that is a pretty rich one if you hear this. The poll also found that managers are actually more likely to be productive, where 37% of managers admit to, compared to 32% of non-managers.
Oh.
I don't know. I refuse to believe that offices are just like a bustling work space, you know? I refuse to believe that someone who works a 9 to 5 is busy from
those 9 to 5.
Like it's like you have to be doing something. A lot of the stuff's like this could be an email.
Sometimes I feel weird because people will pass by my desk and I'm on my phone looking at Instagram Reels, but I swear I'm looking up for topics or things to write about.
It's technically working, all right? Because you're usually looking at
stories or
other morning shows or something.
Yes, I'm stealing ideas from other morning shows. Which reminds me, coming up later, misheard lyrics.
Oh,
I
cool.
have one that is blowing millennials' minds. And it all has to do with a Blink-182 song. So later on, if you have a misheard lyric that you recently found out you were saying it wrong, let us know in the app chat. We're still checking messages on the app chat. That's on the free KLAQ mobile app. All you got to do is click chat, and then bam, you send a message to me, Nico. Alberto doesn't have access to it, but we'll let Alberto know what people are saying.
Bam.
Yes. And we are also still accepting neckline calls, which you could call at 844-805-6325. That's 844-805-NECK.
All right, Joanna, what's this thing about dating or ditching?
Well, you know, on my off time that I like to steal ideas from other morning shows.
Speaking of which, how was your date this weekend?
It was fine. Thank you very much. It went very well.
Was it supposed to be public?
No, it was not. So thank you for that. Thanks.
Okay.
For that.
Nice.
But it went lovely. Thank you. Date or ditch scenarios. I'm stealing ideas from other morning shows. And on my off time, I asked some people, hey, do you have any date or ditch scenarios where people are asking, should I continue dating this person or should I just ditch them?
And you collected their responses?
And I collected a few of them.
Okay.
And so one of them says, he likes to sleep in the nude. I'm not a prude by any means, but I find it strange to sleep naked. Should I date or ditch them?
I mean, personally, if a dude was sleeping naked next to me, I would ditch, but...
In your personal experience.
Yeah.
I think it's a little weird. But I hear a lot of people sleep naked.
I do it a lot of the times, but
you sleep naked?
Not when other people are there with me. You know what I mean?
Like if you had another chick next to you, you wouldn't be sleeping naked.
Like if a chick's going to stay over, I don't do it, obviously.
You're all, let me get my pajamas.
Yeah, or just some boxers on, at least.
Do y'all have like nice pajamas that you wear if you have a lady present?
Silk, monogrammed.
Miller Lite ones. I have these Miller Lite pajama bottoms. And I don't like wearing a shirt.
Should this person ditch or date?
I've dated several girls and they didn't. Yeah, they didn't
They didn't
wear clothes when they went to bed. Like,
see, it happens. Maybe, give it a try, girl. Maybe she needs to start sleeping naked.
Right.
Try new things.
So both of you can be naked.
It might be a guy or girl. Like, I don't do it. I have, PJs, but
he's like, I got a onesie actually.
Yeah, with a little butt flap.
I got a reindeer one.
Do you?
Yeah, that's nice.
I used to have a Super Mario.
Is it horny? I mean, does it have like
It has
antlers?
little antlers on it. It does, yeah. Another date or ditch. He's really into conspiracy theories and talks about them all the time.
Ditch.
I'm not sure I can handle it.
Immediate
Should I
ditch.
keep dating him?
Immediate ditch.
It depends on how.
Like, how deep into these conspiracy theories
and how
is he?
dangerous are they? Or
If you're
serious?
talking about him all the time, that's automatic.
She does say he talks about them all the time.
Oh yeah, then
That's
that would be a
automatic.
ditch.
Imagine just like being out and he's like just. And
But
this is
you
where
see those clouds in the sky? Contrails, man.
See that bird over there? Not real.
Not real. That's actually a robot bird.
It gets tiring. That would get tiring.
It kind of does get tiring where you're just kind of, at first you're probably like,
This
oh,
is
that's
funny.
funny. He's into these weird conspiracy theories. But if you're talking about them
At
all
some
the
point, you're
time-
just not sharing the same reality. You're just
Yeah.
saying, like, are we talking about unicorns?
Yeah, you got to
and
ask yourself, do
fairy
I
dust?
want to continue with his delusions or do I ditch him, girl?
I would just start talking about like Lord of the Rings back, or like something that's like I have my own conspiracy.
Or like
right?
you start one-upping their conspiracy theories where they're like, oh, the moon landing was fake. And you're like, oh, you believe in the moon?
You believe
You think the moon is real?
You see like stuff like
You
that.
just gotta
it's
like one-up them
I
with their
can't.
the
weird
sky is blue.
flat earthers or
Gollum was the real
That
hero of the
date
story.
Date or ditch, right there.
That's total ditch.
That's
for
a
sure.
ditch right
Yeah,
there,
It's
right?
like an easy ditch.
Here's one. She doesn't like pets, and I have a dog I
Ditch.
adore. Should I
That is
consider breaking up over
immediate
this?
ditch.
That
People
is
who don't like
weird.
pets, dude, that's a red flag.
A red flag, right? That
Yeah.
you don't like pets at all?
Oh, I have a friend. His name is Bonchi. He's a
Bunchy.
yeah. Well, I'm not sure how many people recognize him.
I
or
know
not.
Bunchy.
Bungie does not like dogs that much. And
That's not
I have a dog that was like real barky. Like Jack was real barky at one of our parties, and
Oh no! Did he get
fought
like?
him.
he was just
Hey,
annoyed
man,
at it. Yeah,
shut
he's like,
that dog up.
can you put your dog?
Do something about
Can you
that.
put your dog down, please? Or, can you put it to sleep real
He's
quick?
like, I made an appointment and everything.
No,
There's the name. There's the number of a doctor I know. Take care of that.
no, he's an amazing guy. He just for some reason doesn't like dogs or pets.
You know,
I mean,
there's
it
some
happens.
people that like probably had like past
Probably,
experiences
yeah.
with a dog, like a
Probably were
dog bite.
bit.
Is the thing is, and this is, I really feel strongly about this because I used to work at a veterinary place, and I can't do people who have like an irrational fear of dogs. Like, like I've seen a lot where a dog would come into the picture and people, oh my God, put it away. I lose a lot of respect, and it's like, it's not that serious, my guy.
It's a
How many
dog.
dogs have you seen that just straight up attack you? No questions asked.
That's a good point. Yeah.
None. So it's like when people lose their minds over it, and I'm like,
My cousins from Mexico are like that, but with cats.
Would they be triggered by doggy style?
they probably
Oh
are.
my God.
They probably are.
Your cousin's afraid of cats?
Yeah, my cousins are afraid of cats.
Wow.
Anyway, date or ditch on this one.
I'd ditch. I
Ditch,
need
I
my
think.
dog.
I would have to know the reasoning. Like if there was some traumatic.
Like, why don't you like pets?
Right.
He doesn't say specifically, oh, she doesn't like cats or dogs. He says she doesn't like pets.
So it's like
in
a
general.
companion.
And
Someone who loves
the
you.
guy has a dog that he loves.
I think Bonchi was like, my dog was racist growing up, so I didn't like him.
Yeah, I've had a racist dog too. They just bark at
Darker individuals for
Yeah.
some reason.
and also homeless people. My dog did.
Hobos?
Yes, she did not like it.
So your dog's an elitist and
Yes.
Well,
We had to put her down. I'm just kidding.
and finally, she constantly posts about our relationship on social media without asking me. Should I talk to her or end it?
Wait, say that again?
She constantly posts about our relationship on social media without asking me.
Ugh.
Should I talk to her or end it?
I would
This
say
reminds me-
unfriend her. I would say just unfriend her. Don't follow that.
Unfollowed her.
Yeah, don't follow
She's
it.
going to be like, why can't I tag you in this beautiful memory?
I wanna see what
We're
you're
not
saying.
friends anymore on Facebook.
You're like, I
Look,
deleted.
this is
Instagram.
America.
It reminds me of somebody that we all know here whose name rhymes with Ms. Madams, whose girlfriend made him put on Facebook that they were in a relationship together.
Well, he's the opposite of, well, why do people not know that you're married, or like why do people not know you even have somebody in your life? He keeps it on the DL.
He really does, but this
tries.
girlfriend of his made him put it on Facebook.
Got him.
That's hilarious.
Date or ditch? She constantly posts about her relationship on social media without asking me.
This is weird. This is a hard one because we need more context, right? Because if you guys are like new, then yeah, cut it off. But if this sounds like this dude's like in a 5-year marriage and he's like, I hate when
he
posts
also,
stuff.
instead of saying like, should I just ditch and end it? His question is, should I talk to her or end it? Obviously, the answer should be
talk to her
first.
Yeah, there's a
about
middle. Just ditch. These are very binary choices. There is a middle ground.
That's the point of date or ditch.
Oh,
We're
ditch
just
for
gonna-
sure.
But yeah,
ditch the bitch.
I would say ditch too. Stop posting on social media.
Yes.
Quit it.
That's so annoying.
But
I don't like people who their entire personality revolves around the relationship with them. Like that's all they talk about, or
and then it's like,
post.
but then my favorite thing is when they post so much on social media.
And then they break up right after.
And then like you start to not see anything and you're like, they broke up.
Whoa.
It's time. I'm so excited.
Oh my God,
That was
I freaked out.
It's 8 o'clock. Yeah, me too.
I was like, my phone, why did I leave it on?
That was mine, and that is the Money Talks, the Q Cash Codes Pay alarm, because the cash codes are back today. You could win cash, win $30,000, or be one of our 10 daily $100 winners. Listen every Monday through Friday, starting right now between 8 a.m. through 5 p.m. for the KLAQ cash codes. Are we all ready for the very first cash code?
Ready.
All right. I just got to confirm some things first. Nico, do you have cash codes?
No.
Please look into your email.
Do I have cash codes? Oh, yeah, I do. Oh, I'm included in these now.
We can do a verification process because
I
Buzz
get
isn't
these
here.
now.
I'm going to say the code.
Yeah.
Nico's going to confirm
I
the
got
code
you.
back to me.
Got you.
And then I will say it for a third time. Your code
Wait, no, this is a liner.
for the...
Do I have the actual? Maybe I didn't
Just
get the
look
codes.
up cash codes.
I don't think I got them because I'm not special enough.
I think everybody got them.
I didn't, so thank God.
All right.
We're doing okay.
Got
It's
you.
the cash code. Money Talks.
Got you.
The cash codes pay. All right. We are getting ready here. It's going to happen. I promise.
Yep, I got it.
All right. Okay. Your first cash code for this 8 a.m. hour. We are looking at 895.
895 is correct.
All right. Your code for this hour is 895. And all you got to do is open up that KLAQ mobile app, go where it says Money Talks. Scroll on down to 8 a.m. code and put your code in there one more time, one final time. Your code for this hour is 895. We're going to have another code in the 9 o'clock hour. And when we come back, Nico has another date or ditch scenario.
I have a date or ditch. Do you
But I
want?
think we're going to get a little more in depth with this one.
We can do the. Yeah, this is essentially a relationship issue.
Okay.
And I don't want to make it an am I the a-hole because I have a separate one for that.
Three singles giving relationship advice.
Three. Yeah, exactly. The experts.
We are obviously experts here.
And it's kind of a date or ditch scenario. So yeah, we'll get into that.
Sounds great. We're going to have lots more coming up on the Buzz Adams Morning Show.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a town square media station. Artist interviews, new music discoveries, celebrating artists' birthdays, commemorating releases, champion of all things rock.
Metamucil keeps. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
Broadcasting from El Paso for El Paso. The Buzz Adams Morning Show on 95.5 KLAQ.
The KLAQ Haunted Houses of Terror, El Paso's longest running haunted house, is opening up September 27th with 2 locations. We got one out at 13900 Montana Boulevard and the other one at 2155 Joe Battle Boulevard with double the screams. It's twice the terror, twice the screams, need double the cast. Oh, is there another one this week? Yes, there's another casting call for recruitment of actors this coming Thursday, September 19th, 6 p.m. at Desert Warriors Paintball. That is actually the 13900 Montana Avenue location where one of the haunted houses will be. You could also call 915-502-3968 for more info. That's 915-502-3968. This coming Thursday, September 19th, 6 p.m. at Desert Warriors Paintball, 13900 Montana, for a recruitment of actors for both of the haunted houses. The KLAQ Haunted Houses of Terror are brought to you by Western Tech, Burnout Bullies, Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, and War Eagles, proudly produced and managed by Desert Warriors Paintball.
Woo!
All right.
All right, I've got another date or ditch scenario, but those neckline calls are still coming in. Let us hear your thoughts about the show, any ideas, any date or ditch scenarios, or any Am I the A-holes. What's that number for the neckline again, Jonah?
It's going to be 844-805-6325. That's 844-805-NECK. Hence the neckline.
Neck.
Oh, am I not potted up?
Oh, sorry. There it is.
Even with it happens no matter where I'm at.
What do you mean? The computer one? Yeah.
Oh, hey guys, love the show. As a British man living in El Paso, I will happily say that the guy that called in and said about the English thing, stop being a miserable git. And you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. Love the show. Bye.
We have a British guy that listens.
Yeah. What? Somebody called in. That's why I brought this up, because I was going to ask you guys.
Oh, you know what?
We did a replay
that talked about
British slang words.
Oh, that's right. And
this guy's British?
Yeah.
Shout out our only British listener.
I hope that we got a bunch of those words correctly then. If not, British dude, feel free to correct us.
Yeah, please correct us.
Morning show. Early Bird here. Long Legs, pretty good movie. Another one that's pretty good that you guys definitely check out. An M. Night Shyamalan classic. It's going to be a movie called Trap. Really good. Josh Hartnett's in it. And he does a really good job of being creepy. It's a good movie.
He does have try hard.
See you guys.
That's the new one, right?
Yes, it is.
Did you see that one?
I haven't seen it, no. But I love Josh Hartnett, so...
Do you not want to go see it because it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie?
It's always like hit or miss with M. Night Shyamalan movies.
Yeah.
They're either really good or like...
I did see the ad for that Trap movie. Yeah.
It looks good.
It looks good. But I also don't want to find myself disappointed by an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Did that guy call himself Early Bird?
Yeah.
I love when they name themselves.
Yeah, please name yourself.
Please give yourselves names.
We're like progressive parents who want their children to
You
name
can
themselves.
call yourself whatever you want. We'll call you that too.
Good morning, Alberto, Joanna, and Nico. Hey guys, I love it when Alberto's on the show because I'm a big fan of Ralph Barbosa, the comedian, and Alberto's voice just reminds me of that kid. So funny, man. But all right, you guys keep on rocking and rolling. Peace.
You know what? And honestly, this is about the third time I've heard this before.
Yeah.
Alberto.
Yeah.
Have people said you sound like
on the show when I started
about Ralph
sure.
Barbosa?
Yeah,
he's a good comic. Maybe you should start going to the open mics, man.
I'm gonna try and just.
You said you wanted to not too long ago. He wanted to go to one of your open mics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and just bomb.
Well, I mean,
he's like, well,
it's not a choice, really.
Yeah. When have I ever been good at anything?
Oh, come on! Don't be down on yourself.
You gotta have faith in yourself.
I do.
Alberto.
If you don't have faith in yourself, who else will?
That's true.
Exactly. I think we have one more neckline call. People were really saddened by the Cowboys losing. God.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They're not used to it yet.
What's up, morning show? Hope you guys are doing well. Wrestler guy. Cowboy fans, it's your year. You guys are going to Super Bowl. Woo! Yeah.
Don't rub it in.
Super Bowl bound, Cowboys.
Don't rub it in.
Let's be honest, you guys get that excited just because you won a coin toss. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good morning.
That guy's having a good morning.
Now they're dunking on. But see, this is what Cowboys fans bring upon themselves.
Yeah.
You kind of do it to yourselves, yeah.
They are the most.
I'm not
hated.
allowed to watch the games at home anymore.
Because your nephews and your mom really love the Cowboys.
Yeah, and then I'm all like, they're going to lose. And they're like, go back to your room.
Does your sister like it?
Oh, yeah. And she's also not allowed to watch it because they lose every time she watches it. So she's banned from it.
All right, let's get into this date or ditch scenario. This
All
comes
right.
to us from Reddit, but like I said earlier, you can leave us a message on the neckline or on the app chat. Is it considered cheating in anyone else's eyes? I just found out that my boyfriend... Okay, I can't do it like that.
Don't do that.
Okay. I just found out that my boyfriend... You know what? Do you want to read this one, Joanna?
Okay.
Yeah. It's a screenshot, by the way.
Feel weird?
Yeah,
saying
I just...
Okay. Is this considered cheating? I just found out that my boyfriend of 1.5 years was paying hundreds of dollars to OnlyFans women the entirety. We were in a long distance relationship and before we moved in together.
Damn.
8 months of OnlyFans. Mind you, this was something he was doing before we started dating, but the fact that it continued during us makes me actually sick to my stomach. I'm okay with porn. I watch it sometimes too.
Yeah.
But paying $20 to $60 at a time for content is just as bad as physically cheating for me.
$20 a pop?
That is a lot, yeah. Him going out of his way to pay to see a specific person do whatever it is she did. I'm waiting for him to come home so I can question because I'm heartbroken. After we moved in together, he used the service once, but he also lost his job and we found out we were pregnant. So, I mean, if there's a time to stop, that would be then. Oh, my God.
Kept getting worse,
Right.
yo. He's using the money he doesn't have. He's
Just
not
the
making.
fact it was going on while we were together, I can't shake the feeling of disgust and anger. There's lots of free sites out there, dude. Why pay hundreds of dollars? I'm not understanding.
Yeah.
Dang.
So is that even considered cheating, first of all?
I think so.
You do?
I think he definitely crossed the line. Like, she's pregnant, you're losing your job.
Okay,
Where do
the
you get
pregnant
off?
thing
Yes.
was like a plot twist right there. Okay, so to sum it up, she's dating this guy. He was already paying for OnlyFans content before they were together.
That's already a red flag.
Before they moved in together. Then they move in together. He's still paying for this service. Then she finds out she's pregnant.
And he's still doing
And he used it once more.
Where
and is paying about $20 to $60.
Every how does that work? Like every sitting? Or is
I know, but I don't know how it works.
Does he get that itching to...
Is he subscribing to someone?
Someone new?
Well,
or
she said, okay, up top, she said him paying for somebody specific content.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going out of his way to pay to see a specific person do whatever it is she
wants.
does.
The thing is, and we talked about this off air, is it gets into an even redder zone when guys go and buy the OnlyFans content of the girls around them, like girls that they know.
Like what if this is someone in his city that
He
that
knows
they
in some
could
way.
run into?
And that makes
It's
it
going to
weirder.
make things weird.
Oh, at the very end, she says, I thought we had something good. He's the most loving, honest, loyal. Okay. Well,
He's just addicted to
Okay,
understanding
so
man.
he just is paying this much. I will say, like, you're about to have a baby, maybe stop paying the 20
Yes.
to 60 and just go to the free porn.
You know how much diapers are $20?
How much
I don't know. I don't
Diapers
know. but-
cost a lot.
They do?
And
Oh my
baby
goodness.
formula and stuff.
Oh, yeah, they cost a ton. I just don't know if it's cheating
I don't know if
necessarily.
it's cheating either. But apparently it's making her very insecure. I'm sure the pregnancy doesn't help either.
Yeah, he needs to stop, but he probably won't.
She says, how am I supposed to sleep with this man thinking every time he closes his eyes, he sees her? Or is he willingly imagining her?
I want to know, like, have you talked to him about it? Like, hey, what is
What's up with this?
OnlyFans chick doing? And can I do that for you?
The only reason he stopped, I'm sure, is because I started getting access to his bank account.
Oh,
So he got caught red-handed. He didn't
She's
even
all
come
reading
clean.
the statements. What is this?
Well,
what's the $600 charge to OnlyFans?
None of that would make sense if I was like, if they're just dating, I mean, does it do matter? But, no, you got the baby on the way.
They're living together now. They've got a baby on the way.
You have a commitment to this.
But it was long distance for a while.
So that gives you the
That's a
right?
good point. I think so. I think if it's
Yes.
long distance,
The thing is,
like,
go to the free stuff,
and they're
bro.
not. Okay, yeah, that's a
That's
good point.
the thing. That's like, okay, you want to consume
I think that's one of her problems, though. She says, like, just go to the free porn ones.
Yeah.
Derek writes us saying that dude is probably tipping the actresses personally.
Yeah, he is. And they can tip and tell him to do things. So it's like, that's the bad part.
Okay,
is you can
actually-
get requests.
Okay, I think it gets muddled because OnlyFans, you can buy stuff that's pre-recorded, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think you can also
Alberto's
make,
like, no, I don't.
You can also make like requests to a certain
Well,
model.
that's what I was going to say is,
and then they
would you consider a
fulfill that
a
request.
cam model cheating? Like if you paid for a cam model?
Okay, now you're asking her to do something specific for you.
Right, live.
And they do that sometimes.
And they'll do it.
Is
so
that...
I don't think it's cheating. I think it's a little sketchy.
I don't know. People are letting us... Let us know your thoughts. We already got a couple.
Right. Call us into the neckline, 844-805-6325.
It's loser behavior.
Or send us a message in the app chat.
But he's the most loyal, honest, understanding man.
I mean, if
the thing
all
is that money can go to
aside-
other things. It's like, how much money in total have you spent for something that you
the
can get for
OnlyFans
free?
thing to the side, he seems like a loyal guy. You're gonna have a baby with him.
It's still a pretty big red flag, though.
Hey, no, it's not cheating, man. It's just watching porn. You know, it's like, think of it as watching sports, man. There's like, you watch the hot chick and you watch it on free sites, but then you get exclusive access to the full scene. And, you know, it's just like watching somebody professionally clap cheeks. It's just
professionally.
The thing is, too, is what if it's
Making
all to
too
one
much of a-
girl?
Hold on. It wasn't finished.
Oh, he's not done.
Big deal.
It's
just like watching somebody professionally clap cheeks. It's just sport.
The cheeks.
She's making too much of a big deal.
I'll raise the card of what if it's all to one girl? And he's in a pseudo relationship with this woman.
Yeah, that is the point.
It kind of blurs
If you
the
have
line
one
right there,
performer and you are
constantly giving her money to do things for you.
I mean, it's different if you just went to Pornhub and you had one actress or model that you looked at all the time because she doesn't know you exist.
Yes, but this girl that you're
But
sending
this
money
one
to.
is kind of like, I'm making these videos specifically for you.
Here is this one.
He's an addicted a-hole.
He fumbled his phone.
All right.
There is a lot of what ifs in this one, but I think we can give it a blanket. You're pretty bad.
Hey, how does Alberto know so much about this OnlyFans?
Don't worry about me.
Chit chat we're having here on the Mo Show. Seems like he's a pro at this.
I
man.
might be
He knows
selling a
about
little on the
tipping
side.
And, bro, what are you doing in your spare time, Alberto? Just kidding, love you guys.
Waxing the weasel.
Yeah, showing a hole. What are
Clapping cheeks.
Professionally, like the other guy said.
Yeah. So, date or ditch? What are you doing?
I'm ditching.
You're already pregnant from this girl, for this
Yeah, you
guy,
can't
girl.
ditch. But you
can't
do have
really
to tell him
ditch. You have a conversation and be like, hey, what's going on?
You should stop this.
Who is this?
Because it would be the girl ditching, right?
It would be the girl ditching.
But she can't. She's got a
Now
baby
she's
on
got
the
a
way.
baby on the way. I mean, she still could ditch.
There's things
But she
called
does-
independent women, Alberto.
But she's saying that aside from this OnlyFans thing,
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. He's loyal.
Look,
nice.
If he's really a good guy, you present it to him like, yo, this isn't good. This isn't going to work. A good man doesn't do this. You know what I mean? So it's like you just present it to him like
a
you
good
should
man does not use OnlyFans.
You also don't want him to. You don't want to tell him like, I want you to stop this, because then you know he's going to go behind your back,
Yeah.
and
No.
that's going to hurt you even more.
No, I think if you just put it to him like, you think this is okay? Yes or no? Like just present it to him like,
present it
is this
like that
okay to
way.
you?
Yeah.
It is? Okay,
what if
whatever.
he's like, but it's my money?
Yeah. Well, and then
You're about to have a baby, dude.
yeah.
That's and now she has access to his bank account as well.
All right.
She knows what he's doing.
I'm gonna say
Talk it over.
Date.
date.
Continue dating.
Continue dating.
Work it out.
Work
Maybe
it out.
become your own OnlyFans model.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of people are
How would he
asking.
like that?
A lot of people are saying, "How does Alberto know about any of this?" Cowboy Killer in our app chat says, the OnlyFans has girls that you know in your own city.
Exactly.
It could be a girl you knew from your high school or someone that's in reach. Porn is just actors and actresses that are all over the world. I think that's the bigger question. Did he buy a subscription to somebody that was in reach of him?
That's the question.
And that's
we're
an
all
automatic
asking.
red.
That would be an issue, I think. Like, this is someone you could possibly run into.
And you could just tell them, like, that's me buying this, like, all that stuff.
And then it'll hurt you more to be like, that's who you're paying money to.
Lindsay says some couples don't care. It's a case by case.
That's true. Some
basis.
couples really don't.
Wow, Lindsay sounds open.
And it's apparently something that's an issue for this person who's writing.
Who's having a
Ditch.
child.
Yeah.
Who's having a child.
Let us know what you think. We're going to have more of the Buzz Adams Show coming up. And we've got some news still. I've got an Am I the A-hole? This was not it.
This was not it.
Heck yeah.
No, but I look forward to hearing
more fun with Joanna and Alberto and me right after this.
Coming up after the Buzz Adams Morning Show, Glenn Garza and Daniel Paulus.
Drive. Let's be as smooth as that first quiet morning coffee. Right Drive, the only way to drive.
Broadcasting in El Paso to El Paso. The Buzz Adams Morning Show on 95.5 KLAQ.
I have time to bring this up. People on social media are talking about everyday struggles that should have been solved by now. And some of the things are interesting. I kind of think of them as first world problems. Like it's never, I can't get clean water without going down to the river. You know, it's things in America that are everyday minor annoyances. So some of these I can relate to, and some of them I really can't because I feel like it doesn't affect me. But my daughter does constantly complain about the pockets on women's garments, especially jeans. You know about this thing?
Oh, my God. I will die on this hill.
Yeah. What? All right.
We need pockets.
Those pockets are mostly ornamental. There's
Why?
not enough room to keep like a set of keys in them. I don't know.
It's a conspiracy, Nico, so that we have to buy purses.
Oh, yeah. You guys wear purses. What's the point of pockets then?
I want pockets.
Some people don't. You know what? Carrying a purse around all the time must be a real pain in the neck.
It is.
I don't know. You tell me, Buzz.
The pockets, if it was socially acceptable, maybe I'd think about it. The pockets on women's clothes never seems to be a consideration of functionality.
So sometimes so small, you can barely put in like a chapstick.
They even bring up the fact about a check. Let me just read it. You either get tiny pockets, which are not scaled at all, or enormous pockets so that your chapstick is just swimming down to the depths of your fly. And they say in this article that the problem is worse with plus size women's clothing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Someone else pointed out how women's jeans should just have a waist and inseam size like men's jeans.
They don't?
No, they're like you're an 8 or you're a 12. And for men, it's like, well, I'm a 38 waist, 32 length.
They don't do that with women's.
They do not. I don't think they.
No, they do not.
I don't think they've ever done that.
How do you know this?
How do I know?
Yeah.
He has women in his life.
I have women in my life. You know, I live in the world that has about 50% women. You know, it's just
yeah. How do you not know this?
You do?
Yeah. TV remotes and appliances with text printed on the buttons. Where it can wear off with use over time.
I hate that.
So you have to remember what the button was originally
After a
for.
while, it's just muscle memory. You already know. That is a first world problem.
Yeah, right.
This will come up in a couple of weeks, but making the BuzzFeed list of everyday annoyances, or as I call them, first world problems. Having to change the clock in your car when it's daylight saving time, even though everything is supposedly smart.
The worst.
I'm shocked that I got my car in 2017, and it's pretty smart. It can park itself, but it doesn't it doesn't change that over automatically. Or if I drive past the New Mexico state line and change time zones, it doesn't do it by itself.
No?
Yeah. Somebody complained about autocorrect. Someone said, if I typed it, it's what I meant to type. Go ahead and highlight it or give me some suggestions, but to automatically assume that I did it wrong and change it on me is like having my mother-in-law living inside my cell phone.
All right, there's a lot of issues to unpack there, for sure.
I appreciate that because there are some words with, especially ones that have I and E in it.
And then it
makes it in red.
It automatically fixes it for you. Thank you.
So that's what happens on a Word document. But I think people are saying still on their phone, sometimes it will automatic. I did not tell you to duck off.
You know what I said.
You know, right. And they know.
What's even worse is when you misspell something and the other person's like, what? And it's like,
come on.
You know what I mean.
You know exactly what I mean.
Hey, did you fix your internet, by the way?
Fix? Oh, no, I still can't get.
You didn't go over anything?
I have internet service, but I don't have my cable.
Your cable.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't go unless Buzz specifically will call and be like,
please,
I need, God, now, please.
I feel like my entire TV setup is so half-assed and just jury-rigged. God, I hope that's not like an ethnic slur or anything.
I learned it's not jerry-rigged. It's jury-rigged.
Are you sure?
Yep.
What?
Anyway, if I could just pay, I think $40 would be a fair price. Come over and just hook everything up.
You'll pay me $40?
Yeah, I'll pay you $40, but you got to get the TV in the bedroom on the same network. Yeah, no, you already said it.
5 Points guy says that he'll do it and he'll only charge you beer and pizza.
Yeah, but I mean, I know 5 Points guy from calling in and do it. Well, he's good with that AI. Okay, here's something else somebody complained about. And a part of this is also, why haven't they addressed this by now? Having to use a keyboard on a TV screen to enter your email address and password by using arrows and selecting each letter individually.
I hate that. And then you mess up and you got to find the backspace little button. Ugh.
Someone said, why can't all power cords on everything that needs to be plugged in, from toasters to lamps to coffee makers to fans, why can't the power cords all be retractable?
Yeah, it's 2024. Fix that.
Right.
Also, I think every device that has a charger using a USB should be required to have the same size. Can you imagine if we lived in a country where your electric outlets in your mom's house are different from the ones in your house and different from the ones in your friend's house?
You mean Europe?
Yeah, going to Europe and
that does sound terrible.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
Well, anytime you got to charge things, I have so many cords, and I just have to go through the whole rigmarole. I try that. No, that one doesn't quite fit. That one doesn't quite fit. That one doesn't quite fit. Well, here's something somebody says, and I thought there was a rule against this. If you're in your car right now, maybe you can relate to this. Car horns or sirens in radio commercials. Why is this still a thing? And I could have sworn that I had heard once before, you can get fined for putting the sound of a siren or a horn in a radio commercial.
I thought I heard that too. Also, the siren you just heard.
But that was real going down Mesa Street.
Down Mesa.
Right. I actually don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if the listeners can hear that, but there was, and I forget the song. Oh, it was like a Skid Row song. Oh no, Wild Side by Motley Crue. At the end of it, it has some sirens, and people were complaining because when that song's on, at the end, it sounds like there's a siren. And I thought they passed a rule that you're not allowed to put those things on commercials.
I thought so too.
I thought I learned that in like a radio class or something.
Also, rap songs. Stop with the police sirens.
They got a lot. They got a lot of police sirens and rap songs. Let's see. They should have a zip top on cereal packaging.
For real.
That's a good point. Why do you need that box?
Why does it's so hard to open cereal bags?
Also, why is it 2024 and they can't package hard taco shells in a way where the shells don't all break? Seems like people have questions with a lot with packaging.
Yeah, bacon packaging.
Bacon packaging can be resealable without needing another bag. Do you get that? Like, what's your main complaint with bacon?
I can't open the package. It's weird.
Music news, concert updates, song and album factoids, and of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock. All
Turn shipping to your at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Interman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
All right, it's the Buzz Adams Morning Show. No Buzz today. He's out.
Bathroom like he does.
I love the crinkle of the newspaper. But now,
Joanna, look at this thing, okay?
that is sad. It's more like a pamphlet.
It's a sheet. It's like
May
one
I
sheet.
just My favorite- see-
That could have been an email.
Yeah,
like
my
nobody needed to print that all out.
My favorite part of the El Paso Times is when they paywall their own articles and you can't see them. That's my favorite.
literally like 6 pages.
It's so thin. It's just hilarious.
This is sad.
It's just funny to see.
Oh, a supermoon are all in one in September. Look at that.
Nice.
Harvest moon and supermoon.
Oh, now you're telling my news like Buzz?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. I didn't have that in the news.
He's like, I didn't even know.
All right, Joanna, so what are these misheard lyrics all about?
Well, there is a specific lyric right now that is driving the internet wild. More in particular, millennials. It's all with a Blink 182 song that we've all been singing it wrong for this whole time.
Interesting. Because I do know that we've talked about misheard lyrics on the show before.
Mhm.
And I looked them up, or I found this article. There's actually a term for a misheard or misunderstood lyric.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, they're called mondgreen. MONDEGREEN. Mondgreens.
Mondgreens.
Yeah. And it could be due to a lot of reasons in rock, especially because the vocalist sings really quick or uses unclear pronunciation.
They sing really quick. Sometimes they have like an accent that will bleed through into their singing. And sometimes just the way that they're pronouncing things, their
make it rhyme.
enunciation. Right.
Yeah.
Can, like Justin Timberlake in Syncs, it's going to be May.
It's gonna be May. Is that me or May?
Right. As a 5th grader, when I first heard that song, I was like, May?
May's coming.
I'm all, yeah, and it is gonna be May. He's not wrong.
This is going to affect the world tour.
So
that's my favorite. That's my favorite Timberlake
This
line.
is going to really affect the world tour.
What
He just
tour?
pled guilty, actually.
He did, yeah.
He did that.
All right. So one of them I had heard before was a Jimi Hendrix song.
A Jimi Hendrix song.
Yes. Big fan of this one. Purple Haze.
And the part?
It's the part where he sings, "Excuse me while I kiss the sky."
So what do they think is the misheard lyric?
Excuse me while I kiss this guy.
Excuse me while I kiss this guy.
Well, now all I hear is, excuse me while I kiss this guy.
Exactly.
That's going to be the thing I say from now on when I make out with a guy.
Excuse me
while I kiss this guy.
Excuse me while I kiss this guy.
Wow. Jimi Hendrix was really progressive. Who knew about that?
Good for him.
Yeah, seriously.
That is great, Jimi Hendrix.
pioneer.
But no, it is, excuse me.
While I kiss the sky. Mwah. All right, next one is Dancing Queen by ABBA.
And what part is it?
All right, so when the song is played, there's the see that girl, watch her scream, kicking the dancing queen. Did
you hear kicking the dancing queen?
Yeah.
It's actually.
What does it say?
Digging the dancing queen. Or dig in
What?
the dancing
Hold
queen.
Digging.
Yeah.
Okay, I always thought it was kicking because you're kicking like
the dance.
like dancing.
No.
Kicking and the dancing queen.
Thought she was
Dig in the dancing queen.
You're digging?
I don't get it.
I don't
Are
get
we
it
digging?
either.
Are we kicking?
I think kicking is the better one.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't facts. Go with what you want it to be. I mean,
I guess so, right? You can sing whatever you want.
Sing whatever you want.
But there is one song from Blink 182 that a lot of us on the internet are just finding out. We've been singing it wrong this whole time. And it's, of course, the classic, What's My Age Again? And I just want you to listen to this first part. And you tell me what you hear.
It was a Friday night. I woke alone to get the feeling right. We started making out, and she took off my pants. But then I turned on the TV, and that's about the time she walked away from me.
All right.
All
Now, the
right.
part where he gets to get the feeling right, I want to know what you guys think he's saying.
I took her out. It was a Friday night. I woke alone to get the feeling right. We started making out, and she took off my pants. But
What do you guys hear?
Uh,
Because all this time I've been singing it as I walk alone
I walk alone. Yeah.
to get the feeling right.
I woke alone to get the feeling
Or
right.
I work alone.
No.
I work alone also go, but all this time I walk alone. Now this one's a little tricky because this guy already has
An
like a really unique accent.
And then
Let's all think about I Miss You, where he's like, you're just a boy.
You're
Alberto does it.
already the voice inside my head.
Alberto does a good job.
That's how he does it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, very
It's
nice.
really good.
Very
but
nice.
no, apparently it is not I walk alone to get the feeling right. It's
alone.
Alberto, what is it?
I work alone to get that feeling
He
right.
wore cologne.
He's going on a
He
date.
wore cologne.
To get the feeling right.
I woke alone
Oh my God.
to get the feeling right. We started making out, and she took off my pants. But then I turned on the TV.
The cologne's what got you the makeout session.
Exactly.
I walk alone. I work
walked-
alone.
He did not walk alone to get the feeling right for this date.
I wore cologne to get the feeling right.
That's how he feels good.
He wore cologne, and it is blowing everybody's mind on TikTok, Instagram, X. We've been singing it wrong this whole time. He is not walking alone. He's wearing cologne.
What's he wearing? What do you think he's like? A little Dior Black, maybe, or
Maybe.
some Burberry?
Something. Some
uh,
Ferragamo. Or the one that comes in the little body.
I bet this
Which
is
one's that
what
one?
in the early
Versace?
I don't know. This one that's just like the bottle is a spray.
This is the
bottle's a
early
body.
2000s. I'm going to say he wore
Axe.
Curve.
Oh.
A Curve. Yeah, it was probably
Everybody
Curve.
wore Curve. back then.
Night, I woke alone
It was Curve.
to get the feeling right.
Feeling right.
Making out.
I am shooketh at this one. This one blew my mind.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any misheard lyrics?
I don't think I have any.
Yeah, we got some. People are actually leaving us some neckline calls about it.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
I hope they sing it for me because. Oh,
yeah,
right.
You don't have the
You have
Well.
it. I have it. I'm sorry.
We're so technically advanced. We have to share an aux cable.
It's because we're in a different studio. I'm sorry.
Sharon and on.
Amazing.
Hey, what is up, morning show? It's Wrestler Guy. You guys are talking about the misheard lyrics. I've got one for you guys.
Okay.
It's Queen, and the song is Another One Bites the Dust.
Mm-hmm.
There's a part of the song where it's kind of like a breakdown of the beat, and you just hear Freddie going, "Hey, wow, bite the dust guy." But for whatever reason, when he gets to that part where he says "bite the dust," it sounds like he's saying, "I'm not adopted." I know it sounds weird, but for the longest time, I was thinking like that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you say you're not adopted in a song that's talking about biting dust?
I guess he's
Then I
not
looked it up, and now he's saying bite the dust.
Bite.
It's weird. If you guys haven't heard it, check it out.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look that one up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that one up. Here's another one.
Hey guys, in reference to the misheard lyrics, one that blew my mind a few years ago was in that T-Pain song, Buy You a Drink. He says, I'ma buy you a drink. Ooh-wee. But he's really saying, and then I'm gonna take you home with me. Thanks.
What?
I think he does say, I'ma buy you a drink. Ooh-wee. I'ma take you home with me. I think he says both.
Yeah.
We're going to have to give that one the benefit.
That's not
of
a
the
mis...
doubt.
That's just a lyric.
That's the lyric.
That is another
You were
lyric.
not wrong, dude.
That's what we're all hearing.
You know,
Congrats.
my brother and I actually got into heated arguments when shares I believe in. What is the song?
Believe?
It's Believe.
Do
yeah.
you believe in
but
life after love?
She's auto-tuning.
Right, she's like auto-tune. Oh.
And the line, do you believe?
What?
That's how you would hear it.
Do you
Believe in love after love.
My brother would say, no, she's saying love after life.
I thought that's what
Dude,
it said.
that was like the biggest thing on the
And it's like,
playground
no,
in the 5th
it's
grade.
life after love. She doesn't
Yes,
believe in life after love.
Because you've already loved.
No,
Do you believe in life after it?
No, but she doesn't believe in love after life.
You get into
I'm
arguments?
confused.
Yeah.
Misheard lyrics. We're all hearing them wrong.
Yes.
It was he wore cologne to get the feeling right, not I walk alone to get the feeling right. Because he was going on a date. I get it.
It makes sense now.
That would make a lot of sense.
You
And
walk
because it was the early 2000s, I bet it was Curve.
I don't know what Curve is, but I'll believe you.
Oh, my God.
I thought it was just, you were going to say Axe body spray, the chocolate.
I mean,
Shut up, Alberto.
that's an easy millennial
Okay.
reference. More. Do we have to take a break?
We do have to take a break.
All right, more of the Buzz Adams Morning Show. We'll have the news right next. President Trump is safe after an attempted assassination. I'll have the details next in news.
Hey, it's Daniel Paulus. I'll be along starting at 3 with everything from Aerosmith to Nirvana.
Escape the fame. Ages 21 and over. See Speaking Rock's Facebook for more info.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a town square media station.
All right, it's the 9 o'clock hour on the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Buzz is out of town for just today. He'll be back tomorrow. So everything will be normal as usual.
As normal as it can get here.
As it can get. We've got your cash codes coming up. It is the first week of the cash codes.
It has some depth to it.
God, that's got some timbre.
I like this.
Am I using that mic wrong? That's
You
my
know,
mic.
this mic is processed properly. It's a good microphone. And to be honest, Alberto is very nice, letting me share with him.
Yes,
So
that
it
is
works
very
out.
nice.
It works out good. How's everybody doing here on this Monday?
We're trucking on by, Steve.
Yeah,
Good.
So far, so
look
good.
at us.
Did you guys get the selfie photo of Buzz and our boss Brad at the football game last night?
I got one.
Yes, I saw the photo.
It's a boys thing.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm like,
Either
she
way.
wouldn't care.
And you know what's the best? So like when I take photos and I'm at games, usually I'll try to do a photo of myself with the field in the background, right? Because you want to like, you know, not them. All they shot, all there was a picture of the two of them with nothing in the background. So then I said, hey guys, how are your seats? Crickets. Never heard a word.
We already sent you a picture. It's fine.
Yeah, of just them. I mean, I got two photos this weekend, and it was both of Buzz and our boss, Brad Dubose, so the BFFs, and that's all there was, just the two of them and no other context. So they must have had a good time this weekend. They had some alone time. They had a chance to get to know each other again, and they also got to watch Brad's beloved Chicago Bears lose last night to the Houston
All right,
Texans.
so out of all the games this weekend, let's talk NFL. What was the most exciting game?
Ooh, there was some good ones. I thought the Minnesota-San Francisco game was very entertaining. I like that game a lot. I thought the
Chiefs
Cincinnati game, against Kansas City, that was good too. Yeah.
by 1 point, right? That field goal.
That was big. Look, those are some pretty good football games. There really were some good games. I was watching the Tennessee Jets game to see Aaron Rodgers finally win his first game, playing the full game as Jets quarterback. That happened yesterday as well. But obviously, at the same time, that early morning game, while I was watching Minnesota, San Francisco, the Cowboys were playing New Orleans, and that game got out of hand in a hurry. You heard it right here on KLAQ, and Dallas just, it was a rough one. The defense could not stop Alvin Kamara and in the Saints offense. The defense played poorly. The offense just never got clicking with Dak, and it was a blowout.
What does that game say for the rest of the season?
Well, that game says, number one, that as good as this team is, the Cowboys, they can get blown out by anybody, no matter what. It also shows you that New Orleans is legit. They had a big win in week 1, and now after beating up on the Cowboys, they could be your team to beat right now in the NFC South, which is not a good division. But, look, the Giants are terrible. They are. They're terrible.
They're terrible.
The Commanders are not a good football team either. That was a bad football game yesterday. It went into overtime.
It was not a commanding performance from the Commanders.
No, a lot of field goals. I think there were 7 field goals by the Commanders.
I think I read a stat because, who lost that game?
The Giants.
Right. So the Giants did score some touchdowns, right?
Yes, but they had extra point issues because their field goal kicker, Graham Gano, got hurt on the opening kickoff. So as a result, they were shorthanded. They were missing their kicker, which turned out to be a huge problem for the Giants yesterday. And in a game that they should have won, they ended up losing.
I think it's the first time or the second time in NFL history a team has scored touchdowns and lost by not having any touchdowns scored against them still.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. This was a weird football game, a strange one. And here's the weirdest part, okay? The Giants kicker was kind of injured before the game. Like he was having issues with, I believe it was issues with his groin, but he decided he was good to go, and then he hurts his hamstring on the opening kickoff.
Oh,
Double
whammy.
God. And there was
what's Alberto showing you?
Oh, he's showing me some betting lines.
His OnlyFans account?
Did you bet those games? Did you actually bet the Graham Gano game?
Alberto has a gambling problem.
Yeah, I had Graham Gano over 6.5 kicking points, and that was the only one that didn't hit on that.
In
slip.
the break, he asked me red or black, and I was like, "What?" He's like, "Red or black." And I said red, and then I was like, "Are you playing roulette somewhere?"
But you know what the funny part about Alberto is? This is what I love about him. Like, he hit on like this 5-team parlay about a month and a half ago, and he sends me this betting slip because I'm rich. I go, great. Like, how much did you bet? I think he bet 30 cents.
30 cents.
30 cents on the 5-team parlay. So
nice.
It's like if you bet $10 or you bet $20, you'd make a lot of money. But like by betting 30 cents, I think he ended up clearing like, I don't know, it was like $6 or $7.
Which is 1,000% return.
That's good.
Yeah. But just imagine if you actually bet $10, what he could have won on that. But again, it's hard to bet $10 on these parlays when you work here. So that's also the other point that we have to bring up.
All right, Cap, let's talk about NCAA football. Arch Manning had a big play for Texas. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh, I'm not up.
But they haven't done much on the ground in this game.
Well, look at Arch Manning. Oh, hit him with the two-step. Arch Manning, touchdown.
Running 67 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah. Now remember, they played UTSA, so that was the first thing. They killed UTSA, and the bigger story is Quinn Ewers, the starting quarterback, got hurt, which allowed Arch to play in this game. And as you could hear, he did everything.
Well, I thought some of the complaints about him coming in were they weren't sure how good he was going to be. That it might just be a name kind of.
Well,
player.
They still don't know for sure because again, you didn't beat an SEC team, you beat UTSA. But look, if there's ever going to be a game when your starting quarterback gets hurt and you got to bring him in to see what he can do, this was probably the perfect game for that because he gets some confidence. Texas rolled at home. They are now the number 1 team in the country according to the AP poll, which is huge for them.
Yeah.
So Texas Longhorns looked very good in a decisive thumping of UTSA. And then, of course, the game you heard right here on Saturday on KLAQ with John Teicher calling the action, Cole Freitag and Mondo the Monster Medina. The Miners went to Virginia, to Lynchburg to take on Liberty.
Liberty.
Yes, it was one of those games where, unfortunately for UTEP, We've seen this so many times in the past. Defense played well. They did. It was the offense that just could not generate enough points. And the Miners, again.
They couldn't get any penetration.
Let me think about that one for a second.
That's a football term I hear. I don't know.
When they were
Why do you look at me? I don't know.
When they were able to move the football into the Liberty territory,
penetrating their defense.
There was another field goal that was missed in this one. 28-10, the final score, by the way. The Miners gave up points in every quarter. Liberty scored 7 points in each of their 4 quarters. The Miners just with a field goal in the first half, a touchdown in the second half. And unfortunately for them, falling to 0-3 on the season. Next up will be Colorado State Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. All games from now on will be moved to 600 ESPN
that's cool.
El Paso.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So yes, it is. But it's look, guys, we've talked about this a lot on our show, and that is that for UTEP, new coach, new personnel. Fans are hoping for a quick fix, hoping for something to get excited about, and it just has not yet
come together.
Exactly. That's the best way to put things.
What else are you guys talking about on 600?
Well, I'll be live. I'll be live today at Border City Ale House.
Oh, we did get a question if you will be broadcasting today.
I will, and in fact, it'll be a zoo tonight because it's the home of the Philadelphia Eagles fan club, and they will be out in force as Philadelphia takes on Atlanta
Those
tonight.
miscreants.
Oh, my God. You've
led by Stephen Puga.
He will be there. He will be there. He's always there. And that place takes over the green room, which is the room adjacent to where we will be broadcasting from. And I guarantee you this, guys, there will be hundreds of people there of all ages. I love it when my winners at halftime are like in that, 10 to 12-year-old range. I think it's really cool when the little kids come with their parents and get to win some prizes.
They get all passionate. It's cute.
Oh, do they indoctrinate them that young?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they wear jerseys.
This is a cult.
They've got some drip when they go to these games, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
He just learned it from his son.
Listen, that's what my son tells me. Like, seriously, when we go to games.
Drip.
And I look at him and
the
I'm
drip
like,
wasn't as good.
I go, what do you wear? He goes,
like a post-nasal drip, or
no? He's like wearing clothes like chains, accessories. He goes, Dad, I gotta be wearing some drip to these games again. All right, sounds like a winner. Let's go. Make sure you're all dripped out, and we'll be all set and ready to go for these big events we go to. So yes,
Joel.
It's hilarious. But yes, tonight Monday Night Football. I'll be live there 4 o'clock till 6:15 when the game kicks off, and looking forward to having everybody join us today at Sports on Sports Talk. By the way, Chihuahuas wrapped up their homestand yesterday. They are done with Southwest University Park, so we still have locomotive action at the ballpark for the rest of the season. But
no more baseball for now.
Baseball will now be transitioning to soccer until next March when the team comes back home. So they're still on the road. They got Vegas this week. We'll have all the action starting tomorrow through Sunday, but 1 week to go. Chihuahuas on the road the rest of the time.
All right. Thank you very much, Steve. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to have more of the Buzz Adams Morning Show and news headlines coming up right after this.
Hey, it's Daniel Paulus. I'll be along starting at 3 with everything from GNR to STP to
Use your phone in Mexico like countries, one network. Only with AT&T. Visit att.com/one network for details.
You are about to participate in a great adventure.
The KLAQ Morning Show with Buzz Adams is back.
Yeah!
Only on 95.5 KLAQ El Paso.
Welcome back to the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Sans Buzz Adams. He's just gone for today. He'll be back tomorrow, and everything will be back to normal. I'm still with Joanna, Barba, and Alberto, the intern. This is rocking your morning.
Whoop, whoop.
You guys like when Steve comes in?
I do.
Yeah,
I love
fun.
Steve.
Of course, man.
I love annoying people.
No, I think Steve gets a huge kick out of you.
Oh, he loves you, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing but great things to say about Alberto. 'Cause you're great. And one of these days, you're going to master that
He's
board.
Like,
that board.
You're going to get it. I swear you will.
It's David and Goliath.
And I'm David.
All right, I do have some news stories. So how about we get into that?
Yeah, let's get into news. I don't, unfortunately, have a music bed for you. But with news,
Here's our very own Nico Jimian. Good morning, Nico.
Can you sing a little something before that?
Good morning is the news. And all of it is good. And the weather's good. Good morning.
Good morning, Joanna. Good morning, Alberto.
Good morning.
Well, a missile described by the Houthis as a new hypersonic ballistic missile was hit by an Israeli interceptor, Israeli officials have said, after initially saying it got through its defenses and fell in an open area. A Israeli interceptor hit the missile, fired into central Israel from Yemen, causing it to fragment. The missile was not destroyed, but it also didn't cause any damage. The Houthi movement claimed responsibility for the missile attack, claiming in a statement that was aimed at an important military target in Tel Aviv. The Houthis claimed the missile flew more than 1,200 miles in less than 12 minutes and that Israeli anti-missile defenses failed to intercept it. The Israeli Defense Forces initially confirmed to ABC News that its defenses failed, but now they're saying upon further investigation that they're changing their conclusions. Ukraine continued its calls over the weekend to approve the launch of long-range missiles supplied by NATO into Russia as the more than 2.5-year-long war grinds on. It comes after a meeting between President Joe Biden and the new UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer last week failed to get any progress done. Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky is set to meet with Biden this week and says he has a plan for victory that he's going to share with him. But Vladimir Putin has warned that if the decision to lift restrictions is really taken, it'll mean the American, European, and other NATO countries are conducting direct war with Russia. And that might be more serious of a thing.
Sure.
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine offered one of the most vociferous defenses of Haitian immigrants in Springfield yet from a Republican, as their presence in the city became a chief point of criticism from former President Donald Trump. Speaking to This Week, DeWine repeatedly noted that the immigrants are in Ohio legally and praised their work ethic, stridently swatting away claims that they are eating neighbors' pets. Unsubstantiated conspiracy theories have been promoted by Trump and his allies. He said, I think it's unfortunate that this came up. Let me tell you what we do know. What we know is that the Haitians who are in Springfield are legal. They came to Springfield to work. Ohio is on the move, and Springfield has really made it a great resurgence with a lot of companies. Oh. Yes, Alberto, I hear you breathing. Are you?
Am I supposed to stop breathing?
No, I thought you were about to say something.
I know you're there.
Yeah, jump in whenever you feel appropriate.
Okay.
Early yesterday, reports emerged that there had been gunfire near former President Donald Trump as he played golf at his club in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Oh, my God.
I know. Just a few hours later, law enforcement held a press conference to announce that the gunfire was from Secret Service agents firing at an attempted assassin. Now, the assassin did not fire at former President Trump. A suspect was in the shrubbery on the edge of the course about a hold ahead of the former president. An agent saw a rifle barrel sticking out of the woods and opened fire. Oh, maybe the rifle did shoot. Oh, okay. Well, here is a news clip from that press conference and might clear everything up.
Call came out, shots fired. That was called in by the Secret Service. Because we're in constant contact with them all the time, we were notified of that, and we had units here that immediately sealed off the area.
The man identified as Ryan Wesley Ruth from North Carolina and currently living in Hawaii. Ruth ran and drove off in an SUV, but Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw said a witness saw him fleeing and took a picture of the suspect's vehicle. He was arrested in short order. Sheriff Bradshaw said the gunman also had some serious weapons on him.
In the bushes where this guy was is an AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro, which he was going to take pictures of.
Ruth reportedly last voted in the 2024 Democratic primary, however, previously having been a supporter of Trump. The news was received by universal condemnation of political violence from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, including Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. He'll reportedly be charged at the state level, which doesn't prevent federal charges from also being filed later on. Bradshaw, the sheriff, went on to praise all the work for the law enforcement agents who took part.
The Secret Service agent that was on the course did a fantastic job. what they do is they have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president was at. And he was able to spot this rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engage that individual, at which time the individual took off.
What an unfortunate situation. But this has to be something good for the Secret Service, because aren't they already
in trouble?
Like in trouble for the last one?
I do know that
For
there were some
scrutiny.
issues, for the last attempt. That they were, I think they're
in the doghouse.
I think
they're under like a microscope right now.
supposedly some of them were Homeland Security and not necessarily Secret Service agents. So I think there is like a commission or a probe going into that. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the Journal of Ig Nobel Prizes.
We do talk about that every year.
Single year. And
yeah.
I know Buzz is going to probably want to bring this up tomorrow.
Oh, for sure,
'Cause
yeah.
He's going to go through prep and then see this and be like, oh,
Yeah.
we're going to
It's
talk
in the
about
prep,
this.
so.
The Journal of Improbable Research has released the winners of its Nobel-inspired but not affiliated with awards, the Ig Nobel Awards. The amusing celebration of unusual scientific achievements was held at MIT in Boston last week. I got a couple of the winners, but I also got some audio.
Any good highlights?
Yes, I got some good highlights.
Sweet.
The Ig Nobel Physiology Prize is awarded to Ryo Okabe, Yuhei Yokoyama, and Takanori Takebe for discovering that many mammals are capable of breathing through their anus.
Oh, my.
First and foremost, thank you so much for believing the potential of anus for breathing potential.
Congratulations.
Butt breathing is a real thing, according to the Ig Nobel Prizes. Ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Buzz is probably going to want to go through that list
Yeah, he's
tomorrow.
definitely want to go through this. You know what's funny is I remember in EMT class, one of my friends tried to be a smartass and ask our instructor if we could use a bag valve mask to breathe for patients, but on their butt.
It turns out
It
he
turns
was
out he
probably
might have been a
onto
little
something.
right.
Yeah, they were onto something.
All right, here are a couple of the other award winners. Jacob White and Felipe Yamashita for their evidence that some real plants imitate the shapes of neighboring artificial plastic plants.
That's weird.
Yes. James C. Lau for his research into the swimming abilities of dead trout fish.
Okay.
The biology prize was given to Fordyce Ellie and William E. Peterson for their 1941 research project that involved exploding a paper bag next to a cat that's standing on the back of a cow to explore how and when cows will spew their milk.
What the hell?
And B.F. Skinner for his 1960 research into whether live pigeons could be housed inside missiles to guide their flight paths.
It sounds hilarious, but also, wow.
Like real Angry Birds.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, I forgot this one. There was a project that won an award for demonstrating that fake medicine, placebos, that cause painful side effects can be more effective than fake medicine.
What?
That does not cause painful side effects.
Okay, so if they are getting actively hurt, they're like, this
must be working.
This is working.
It's working, yeah.
You see my arm? Doesn't even work anymore.
Oh my God, that is. Imagine the study for that.
And of course the butt breathing.
Butt breathing was the highlight, I think.
Also, this weekend was the 76th annual Emmy Awards.
The Emmys.
Yeah, let's hear a little montage of all the winners.
For Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series, an Emmy goes to Evan Moss Backrack.
For supporting actor in a drama series, Billy Crudup, The Morning Show.
For lead actor in a comedy series,
Jeremy Allen White, The Bear.
For Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy, Liza Colon-Zayas, The Bear.
For lead actress in a comedy series, the amazing Jean Smart.
For Outstanding Reality Competition Program,
The Traitors.
Last week tonight with John Oliver.
The Daily Show.
For outstanding limited or anthology series, Baby Reindeer.
For lead actor in a drama series, Hiroyuki Sanada.
The lead actress in a drama series. Anna Sawai
Drama series
Shogun. Outstanding comedy series. Hacks.
That's the clip. It's the clip,
like,
dude.
what?
Alberto looked around. He thought the phone or something.
Oh.
I was like, who's getting all those emails?
That just makes me realize I have not been watching so much shows.
CDs. Yeah.
I just go back to my comfort show.
Me too, man.
It's just a bunch of Bob's Burgers in my house.
I'm watching The West Wing from the early 2000s.
I'm watching a show called The Middle.
Oh,
that's a good one.
With
The janitor from
Scrubs.
Scrubs.
That one's a good one. I love
that show.
That show's good. And it's like so like homey. I don't know why.
Right?
Like it's like
It's just very comforting,
Yeah.
and I watch it every night.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Aside from the Golden Girls.
Oh yeah, you do watch that. A San Diego boy had his entire lemonade stand stolen. Yeah, by a bad man in his truck. Liam, the 11-year-old little boy, was using the money to save up for a dirt bike.
Oh.
Here's Liam and his mom talking about it.
Why would this happen? Why would he do that from a kid that's just trying to sell lemonade?
About halfway through the video, you can see that he picks the sign up and he reads it.
At the bottom, in kind of small writing, said, saving for a dirt bike, anything helps, thank you, with a little smiley face at the end. Someone that's rude and selfish and has no feelings for other people and only cares about himself.
I hope that he doesn't, use this experience to think that, all people are like that and there's not good people in this world.
Yeah, now he's going to think people suck.
It's called business. It's a lot harder than you think it is,
Get a
man.
better business plan, kid. That is terrible.
Yeah, that is pretty terrible.
Especially if they caught it. Like everybody shamed that man.
Boo.
Everybody booed that man. Boo.
And Justin Timberlake pleaded guilty Friday to a traffic infraction. And he was driving while impaired, I guess. But outside the courthouse, he has apologized.
Oh my God. I
Yeah.
love that clip because there's just some lady behind him who does not give a damn at all the entire time that he's doing this whole, I'm so sorry. She's just
She's
on her
shaking her
phone.
head.
No, she's just ignoring him and on her phone the entire time. She is an icon.
Well, he actually provided a public service message for everybody. You want to hear it?
Guess, yeah, go for it.
Even if you've had one drink, don't get behind the wheel of a car. So many alternatives. Take an Uber, take a taxi, even one drink. Don't get behind the wheel of a car.
I'm bringing safety back. Yeah. Drinking and driving is no way to act.
Yeah.
No. Call a cab or get the Uber app. Yeah. Oh, your lawyer, lots of jack.
Why do you sound so fuzzy?
Hey, it's Chuck, your host for Loudwire Nights. Tonight at 7, we will rock the borderland with the best rock ever made and the best rock being made. Special guests, birthday and anniversary celebrations, and every night at 10...
Bud Light, can, Tecate, and Tecate Light. Applebee, official grill and bar of the NFL.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Interman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Buzz will be back tomorrow from his quick trip to Houston. Had a good time so far, Joanna, Alberto?
Yes, are you?
Yeah.
Enjoying yourself over there?
No,
No, why not?
because I have the newspaper for today.
World's
Give
thinnest
us,
newspaper.
Give us some of that crinkle.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
It's like crack to me.
What are they printing it on?
Paper.
It's like one-ply toilet roll paper.
Like
It is a little sad. It is, yes.
It's so thin. And I guess I miss Buzz a little bit.
Oh, you miss Buzz, your buddy.
I miss when when I go to the bathroom at 3 or 4 and he's left me some papers there at the bathroom.
Yeah, Buzz does it as a public
Because he
service.
does that thing where some of it is
Or cut
clipped out.
Yeah, I hate that.
And then he'll bring it in.
I really wanted to read that part.
Anything in the news today? In the local news?
In the
from
local
newspaper?
news, there was an unfortunate
Untimely passing.
An untimely passing by a Franklin student, I believe.
Yeah. So over the weekend, Emmanuel Lopez, number 22 for the Franklin Cougar football team, was in a car accident out in Arizona, and unfortunately, he lost his life. But just want to tell folks that they're making a call to everybody. Please join them today at 7 p.m. for a memorial at Franklin Stadium for Emmanuel Lopez. That's once again a memorial at Franklin Stadium today at 7 p.m. for Emmanuel Lopez.
Did you know him?
I did not know him, but I mean,
you sound familiar.
It's still. You know, I mean, I'm extremely sad. You know,
of course,
it gets me bummed out, and we are making an invitation to all those who can make it. Go out there and show your respect,
young.
folks.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
I've also got an Am I the A-hole to bring up a little bit later.
Now's a good time as any.
You want to do it right now?
Yeah.
We were going to talk about...
This is our last segment.
Oh, this is our last segment.
This is it.
Time flew
It's
by.
the final countdown.
Weren't we going to talk about something else, though?
The Franklin.
Oh, that's
what we hit that.
Okay, so...
We hit it, yeah.
This Am I the A-hole is titled, Am I the A-hole for telling my friend this isn't actually, excuse me. Am I the a-hole for telling my friend this isn't Taco Bell? It's actually effing Mexico. So stop acting weird.
Okay.
Read it.
Yeah.
All right,
We're
so
going to need more context.
we are on a bachelor's trip to San Diego and Tijuana.
Ooh.
The groom's brother, Kevin, is 28.
Okay.
He's autistic and has trouble with treating restaurant staff
Uh-oh.
like
Humans.
when he doesn't get the food that's being prepared to his liking.
Uh-oh.
So we are in actual effing Mexico. We drove there, and I don't want to say it feels shady, but it does. Racist.
He's like, I felt unsafe.
Okay.
Kevin started acting like an ass because the cheese dip is not the same as the one we get back home.
Uh-oh.
It's white cheese that's thinner. Then Kevin flips out because his taco didn't have lettuce on it.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
And he started yelling at our actually Mexican server. I don't know why I keep saying things like actually Mexican, who seems like he doesn't understand English.
Okay.
The groom and Kevin are trying to explain that he's autistic and he has to have his taco this certain way. Because it's soft, it has to be on flour tortillas.
Okay.
With cheese and lettuce.
Like Taco Bell style.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are being rude AF. No one speaks fluent Spanish in our group, and the server was not having it.
It's called putting yourself in danger.
I was scared for my safety about how they were acting.
Okay.
I told the groom and Kevin that this isn't Taco Bell or even America, so no one cares if you're autistic or not.
Very true.
Oh, no.
We were asked to pay and leave.
I mean,
I would too.
I'm sure that the people at the restaurant are used to like a bunch of white guys just coming in and like causing a ruckus.
Well, they were asked to leave.
And they probably at one point would be like, you gotta go.
At first, Kevin refused.
Oh my God.
Oh, Kevin.
This is how you get beat up.
But the owner was kind of mean to us. And Kevin eventually did hand him cash. It was a long-ass process to get back across the border, and Kevin, the groom, and I fought the whole time. Everyone said I was being harsh on Kevin, and I told the group in front of him, if he's that effing disabled, he doesn't need to be traveling to another country for everyone's safety. I'm now stuck in San Diego for the next few days because no one will talk to me because
brother.
I was an a-hole to Kevin about his behavior.
Yeah, I would have said a lot of the same things. Like, why are you coming if food makes you trip out?
To Kevin, like, hey, we're going to Mexico. Things are going to be a little different.
Mm-hmm. You're not gonna get your way, and you can't complain.
Yeah. Why didn't you do any research?
There should be a conversation before, especially when you know, like, he's autistic and he has his preferences. You're gonna have to tell them, like, hey, you know what? There's not gonna be this.
From hearing it once, you already have more common sense than they did. It sounds like they just rented a car and hopped to
They were
Mexico.
like, let's head out to TJ, y'all.
Let's head out to TJ.
No.
Without warning.
White boy summer. I love how this one guy kept saying, like, we're in actual Mexico.
This is actually Mexico.
With real Mexican people.
Not Taco Bell.
He keeps saying it in a weird way, like, and I'm scared for my safety. Like,
Okay, well,
dude.
the scared for safety thing, calm it down.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I don't go to Juarez anymore, but...
As someone who still goes to Juarez, calm down.
Yeah. They should have just bought Kevin some Taco Bell and left him in San Diego.
Actually, they should have
That's what
just
they
done
should
that.
have
Like, if they knew that he had, like, these preferences that would kind of freak him out if he strayed off that path, they should have prepared for that a little better.
Also, I asked the question of, is a person with his level of autism someone that you want to invite to a bachelor party, knowing the things that you do at a bachelor party is usually...
Yeah, what was going to
look
happen
at
if they
naked
ended
ladies.
up at a strip joint?
Donkey show?
Yeah, what if they went to El Hong Kong? That's a very famous place there.
Where?
The Hong Kong.
The Hong Kong.
That's what it's called.
What happens at the Hong Kong?
Man.
Tell us about the Hong Kong.
Tell us about
I've heard many good
Alberto?
things. Many fun things. But I've never been. I've never been.
Does it involve animals?
No.
Okay.
No. It involves...
What happens if they go to the strip joint and
And he's
Kevin is
acting
just like
weird.
freaking out about it?
Or he orders
There's no
food.
lettuce in these tacos.
How weird would it be to be to be in Mexico and then you whip out your Taco Bell, like your enchilada?
At that point, you have to be like, hey, excuse me, he's a little special. He needs Taco Bell.
No, but you guys are all saying the things that people have observed in the comments.
Before you read some comments, what do we all think? A-hole or not?
I don't think so.
I mean,
but
it
also-
sounded like he was kind of being a little anxious, like a nervous Nelly. I don't know.
Well, it's also
Especially
this
when he
guy's
started
misbehaving.
with his, I felt
So
I'm
threatened.
unsafe.
Like they're probably they're used to like tourists and stuff, and they're
Yeah.
although what are the chances like it's cartel run restaurant, and they're like, we do not like this kid.
Because of the one kid that's what's going to happen?
Right.
No.
No,
If there's going to be a cartel run, it's going to be for other reasons, not because
The autistic
Kevin over
kid
here
wanted
wants Taco Bell.
with lettuce. Taco with lettuce.
All right, so I'm gonna say if we have to give it a not, it can't be everyone sucks here, even though everybody.
You know, I love that response.
Yeah,
Everybody
it's the most
sucks.
general beige response.
I'm going to go with not to the a-hole.
I'm going to go with Kevin's at fault. I don't know if that was an
Kevin's
option.
the a-hole.
Yes.
Who was Kevin's brother again? The groom?
The groom.
The
Okay,
groom.
the groom is the
Also
a-hole
him.
because you didn't prepare your brother properly.
You should have left him at... I think for that one...
Either
you
leave
should have left
him at
him
home
the-
when you
at the-
know that there's a lot of preferences, or go already with the Taco Bell if you know that that's what he's going to eat.
you have
It's
to-
like when you take kids to a restaurant and you give them a Happy Meal.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Do that.
I think so. I would.
But he had like a 12-pack of Taco Bell tacos.
Yeah.
He had
The
the little
soft
thing.
tacos.
Like the little thing.
The little box.
I seem to agree with you guys. I think he's not the a-hole. All right, so here's what other people are saying. It sounds like you guys just drove into Mexico without having done any research or established a plan.
Yeah.
Like Kevin and the groom should have thought about these very specific food needs ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure what you thought yelling was going to do after the fact.
True. Yelling does not help a situation.
And freaking out does not help a situation. Other people are saying the exact same thing. Even people on here are saying, I'm autistic and I don't treat food workers like this.
Yeah. That's what makes it
It sounds like
curious,
they
too.
kind of let Kevin get away with a
do
lot.
stuff. Yeah. 'Cause
And to kind of like be like, oh, well, he's autistic. It's okay. Kindness knows
Goes
no
up-
bounds, okay?
exactly.
Be nice to your wait staff, especially if you're in a different country.
Yeah.
So he responded to the comment. He goes, that's one of the reasons I was so upset. It's like, we are going across the border into Mexico. Somebody should have thought to warn or talk to Kevin because it's dangerous.
It is. They should have just...
But then
Or at
somebody
least tell
responds,
Kevin, hey, there's no lettuce on the tacos, okay?
somebody responds, okay, but it's not dangerous because of the number of taco-related murders every year.
Exactly.
It's dangerous because of drug cartels. There are no taco cartels. There might be some.
There
taco.
could be a taco cartel.
yeah.
We don't know that yet.
The Taco Tell.
And then people just went into an entire rant about how cartel restaurants make better food.
Cartel restaurants.
And then people started saying, "Oh yeah, the best food I ever had was like from a mafia joint in New York City."
How do they know that?
How do you know
I
it's a
hate
mafia
people.
joint?
Okay,
I
that's
really
what
do.
people
I
say.
hate people.
They always just try to come up with these lies, man.
This is how people say they know that it's a cartel-run restaurant.
Okay.
I've been to a number of places that are so obviously used for money laundering because they are always empty Their prices are like from 10 years ago. And somehow the owners drive Range Rovers and Bentleys. And they have the best food around.
They have other
That's
investments.
a good business model right there. Yeah. Good tacos. They
We don't
need
really
to
need
raise
to
their
sell. We
prices.
don't really need to sell anything.
No, good tacos. They don't need to raise those prices.
And then somebody said, it reminds me of my closest encounter with the mafia is I went to a starkly empty pizza place in Rhode Island. They seemed utterly confused that I wanted a pizza.
It's called a failing business.
It took 45 minutes to make, and they gave it to me for free.
They're all, just take the pizza and go.
Just take
Get
the
out of here.
pizza.
You guys remember in The Sopranos when they catch him because of a pizza?
I never watched that, but in the Goonies.
What?
They go to a restaurant, or it's supposed to be a restaurant on the off season, and the Fratellis have to make them something to eat.
Somebody's saying that we missed a joke from Joanna. And
Yeah.
I think she's getting funnier because of how much she's hanging out with Buzz and I.
You don't know me. I was always funny.
I've known you for 8 years now.
You guys did miss my lettuce and tacos joke.
Yeah, I know. I got it.
Thank
I
you.
got it.
Hype me up.
Oh, my goodness.
Please.
Hey, Joanna. That was a good one. Ain't no lettuce on these tacos. I think everybody missed that. Yeah. That's good.
Thank you.
You should be the star of that show. In my opinion, it's Kevin is the a-hole. They should have left him at home or gave him a burger and locked him in the car. Something. But he don't need to go to no Mexico like that. Acting a fool like that. Doesn't matter if he's autistic or not. Leave that sucker at home. Bye.
He brings up a good point. Equal opportunity. Yeah, let's not be afraid to say Kevin was indeed the a-hole in this situation.
Okay, how dangerous is Mexico to the point, like, would somebody acting out like this really be in danger?
No,
I think,
not at all.
I think yes, honestly.
Okay.
And because it's just like you're being.
I kind of
you're
believe
being
Alberto
rude.
because he's sketchier than all of us.
But it's not like a cartel violence.
It wouldn't
that
be
you
a
have to-
cartel thing.
It's just
It would
more of
totally be like-
all the workers in the back are going to come out here and give you the business because you're being rude.
There, yeah.
And that's what it is. Like it's also the entitlement of like I'm an American and I'm going to.
And
come
I
in
want
here.
my lettuce in my taco.
That's what.
What was your joke about no lettuce in this taco?
Because I said, what happens if they take him to the strip club?
Oh,
There's
there's
no
no
lettuce in
lettuce.
those tacos. Thank you.
They're usually yes. No bush on those usually.
And somebody said in the app chat, as long as there's no cheese. And we all are in agreement, not the a-hole.
Not the
But they should have had a talk with Kevin.
They should have talked.
Buzz will be back tomorrow.
Whoop, whoop.
Who knows what surprises he'll bring?
I heard he got us all a present in Houston.
Really?
Ooh.
No.
Oh.
I bet
would you
We got
believe
all
that?
excited.
No, I was like, the first time ever.
He never brings us anything from our
I can
history.
see him having a bag and then pulling his hand out and it's his middle finger. Like just.
That's what I imagine
Totally would do
too.
that. But we'll be back tomorrow with more of the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Thank you for joining us on the Millennial Takeover. And we will see you all tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.
Well, that's it. Show's over. What? We just started.
Yeah, well, the show's over.
That's the end.
That's not the end.
Why, yes, it is.
Right, that's the end.
And that's the end. That's the end.
The morning show will be back tomorrow at 6 a.m. Now,